First quarter of the 1986 qualifying final from the Melbourne Cricket Ground between Carlton and the Sydney Swans. Madden and Ironmonger. Ironmonger wins the first tap, gets it down to Stevie Wright. The Swans into attack to half forward. Out comes Edmund. I think this could be a pretty solid sort of a start here at this particular venue. Hunter, first free kick of the game from half back to centre wing. Meldrum should have taken the mark. Looks like a free kick to the Swans, and in fact will be. The recipient will be Bernard Toohey.
I thought Hunter was rather lucky to get that free kick because he was falling, Pete.
Toohey's kick long, up to half forward, off the hands of the pack and out of bounds. And despite the rain that we had yesterday, some of it fairly heavy out at VFL Park, the MCG looking in particularly good condition. As Peter Dodigan said a few moments ago, the centre fairly dry. Madden and Ironmonger. Madden actually he hit it down onto his own boot. Williams, one of the favourites for the Brownlow, who of course had to lead a charge at the VFL Tribunal last Monday before taking his place in the side this afternoon. Hunter looks a little bit proppy at the moment too. He got a nasty one on the knee. Down goes Healy. He will also poll well at the Brownlow too, I feel. Now Hunter in the hands of the trainers now. Let's hope for Carlton's sake that everything's okay there. He does look a little bit sore, flexing that thigh actually, it might be. Madden over the top with Ironmonger. Neither gets a decisive tap out. Glasgow over to Harms, who's really been one of the informed players this year. Neagle takes the mark in front of Reece Jones. They've had a decent old sort of a duel, bouncing off each other this afternoon, I'd reckon. Long kick by the former Bomber. Well, Madden's got the box seat, but Harms over the top of him takes the mark. Umpire Clayton comes in pretty quickly. Doyle had a go at Williams, unless there was one earlier.
Well, Williams had to go early, Pete.
A 15-metre penalty applied at the 2-minute mark.
Well, there's a chance now for Harms to drive the ball well over the centre line. He does. Hunter down there on the forward line. He must be a bit worried about that injury. Going through his suit, he shows a lot of courage there and a lot of class as he drives the ball out wide. Going after it now is Carter. Ralph is after, but Carter goes for the boundary line, played it safe. Ralph couldn't pick it up in time, and the ball is out of bounds on the 50-metre line. So it's 50 metres out from the Carlton goal. It'll be Coleman. At the back is Healy. Grabbed that one. Going through his right. He can't get through the pack, and the umpire will ball it up. Still about 50 metres out from the Carlton goal. A couple of interesting positional changes. Bob, can you pick them up?
There's a few changes, Lou. Meldon didn't start on the ball. He sat on the half-forward flank. Hunter, I should say, went to the back pocket, and so we also see English on the half-back flank.
And we see that since Peter named it that Hunter got a knock, he's now either ruck roving or down there on the forward line. This is Coleman with the ball down there on that half-back line for the Swans. 15-metre penalty. This brings him over the 50-metre defence line.
Actually, Lou, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a bit of a blind that Hunter went to the back line just to upset the Swans a little bit. Hinkley was down there, and now he's gone to the forward line. A pre-planned thing, I would imagine. Good
mark by Morwood. Falls short of chance for Matt. Oh, Kappa's got it. What a great mark, but the umpire's found a free kick for Bill for one in the back. Now, I didn't spot that. Kappa's not too happy about it. It'll be a 15-metre penalty. Well, I wouldn't have. I think that was a mark.
No free kick for mine. Not at all.
I'll go along with that as we see the ball broken away from that back pocket position. Doherty couldn't hold the mark. Bernie Evans forced his way through the pack. He's grabbed by Browning, and the umpire said, play on as they throw themselves. Going to be on for young and old here today. And the umpire will ball it up at centre field. No score as yet, and we're just over the 4-minute mark of this first quarter of the 1986 qualifying final.
We've seen Warwick Kappa give away some seemingly free kicks during the year. That one appeared to be a clear mark for mine.
Me too.
Bounce at centre field. Ironmonger wins it from Madden, but not a clear knockout. Now a whistle has gone from umpire Robinson. A free kick going the Swans' way. What's that for, Bob? A push out or something?
They've got a push, Pete.
Ironmonger plays on. Hand pass is effective down to Mitchell. Madden, box seat. Should have taken it.
Free kick. James Bays.
So big Justin Madden to take the free kick. Swans doing most of the attacking in the first quarter. Yes, not much doubt about that one.
Apparently Ironmonger was very proper in the reserves last week, but he seems okay here today, Bob.
Well, time will tell, Lou. Only the player would know how he is.
That's a badly directed kick, and Gerard Healy takes their mark at right centre wing for the Swans. Excellent crowd in attendance this afternoon, but they haven't seen any scoring so far. Madden again. I should have taken that one as well. Hand pass comes out from Mitchell, picked up by Williams to the left foot. Snapshot is good, it's a goal. First score to the Swans. They lead by 6 points in the qualifying final. 1 goal, Carlton yet to score.
A good start by the Swans, and Greg Healy, one of the favourites for the Brownlow medal, and an excellent piece of football. Madden, a poor piece of play. If ever a man should have taken a mark, that was the one. And so, as a result of the miss by Madden, a goal coming up to the Swans.
That came up at the 5.5-minute mark. First quarter. The Swans lead by 6 points as we approach the 6-minute mark of the term. Madden in the ruck contesting with Ironmonger. Ironmonger's done fairly well so far, wins that one out, but it's hit down to Johnston.
And the umpire will ball it up at centre field again. We saw a very gutsy performance put up by Fitzroy yesterday against Essendon, and this side, the Sydney Swans play a similar type football. They never give in, Bob.
No, they certainly do not, Lou, and we saw yesterday just what can happen if you just keep persisting.
That's right. Bradley got it down there to Kernahan at centre half forward. Of course, this fella could be the key today. He's a brilliant player. Kernahan goes for a pass, not a good kick.
Good mark.
And a good mark taken there by Tui. The ball driven out wide towards by Mitchell out towards that half-back line, and a good mark taken here by Morwood. He's come a long way down from centre half forward because he got the ball on the half-back line. Bayes too good for Silvani that time, and the Swans starting off very well, showing a lot of go about their play as the ball goes over their 50-metre line. Kappa! Now the umpire can't take that one off him.
That was a good mark, wasn't it?
Great mark. Now what they've got to worry about here now, if this fella happens to get a couple of quick goals, they'll have to think very quickly about moving, Dool.
That's an excellent mark. Going the wrong way, not knowing who was coming from behind. Excellent play by Warwick Kappa.
Now he'll be kicking this from about 45 metres out. A very accurate kick, got a funny style, but nevertheless he seems to get results. And he's had a fine season this year. There's the kick by Kappa. And that's through for another goal. That's 2 goals to the Sydney Swans, off to a great start. And look at Kappa. By golly, he's happy. 2 goals, 12 points Sydney. The Carlton yet to score. 12 points, plays 0 on the board for Carlton, and a very good crowd here today, over the 60,000 mark, I would say. Blackwell gets a hand pass. Bradley kicks it off the ground, intercepted by Browning, but the umpire's found a free kick to Bradley. I don't know what for.
In the back, Lou.
In the back. Okay, I'll go along with the triple Brownlow medalist. There's the kick by Bradley. It's a long one up there towards the full forward position. Punched on by Kernahan. There's a goal now to Meldrum. There's no worries about that. So Carlton coming back into business. They're 1 goal, 6 points. To Sydney, 2 goals, 12 points into this first quarter of the 1986 qualifying final by just on 9 minutes.
Well, poor defence there by the Swans as we watch on replay, and off the hands of the pack, and there's Meldrum, and his opponent Bernard Tui was nowhere near Meldrum at that stage of the situation, and that's not good defensive work at all.
9 minutes gone, first quarter. Carlton's first goal. 41 is Road. He wasn't in the original selected 23, so that's a fine for a start. Williams up to Kappa. Snapshot for goal. Mitchell bounces. Through for a point, does it? Yes.
The luck of the bounce on that occasion.
It looked like it was going to be a goal. Then it bounced back and was lucky to get a point.
Bob, you can imagine the adrenaline flowing for the Swans because their first big go at the finals at the Melbourne Cricket Ground here today.
Yes, and a great crowd, Lou. I think there's more people here than most people anticipated.
Harms to Dool, but it was an untidy piece of play that could have come unstuck. In front was Danaher. At the back is Coleman. To Bolton on right centre wing. Kappa for mark number 2, actually would have been mark number 3, but one of them wasn't disallowed. One of them wasn't allowed. Williams. Edmund rather. Now it's Williams. Steadies, gets through the pack. A lot of heavy traffic there. Williams has goaled. And that's his second. Williams looking good. One of the favourites for the Brownlow as the Swans reply. 3-1 to 1 goal.
Yes, it's quite interesting. When we were up in Sydney, we saw Brad Shine have the job of tagging Greg Williams. Today, it looks as though they've backed themselves out, Carlton, and they're prepared to match their players man for man and let Williams run his race. So far, it hasn't worked because Williams has got 2 on the board.
19 plays 6, a difference of 13 points in favour of the Swans. 10.5 minutes into the opening term. Bradley, that's a good long kick. After the 50-metre mark, Meldrum again runs into a big pack of players there. Might almost be penalised for holding the ball. Has been. Danaher will take the free kick. With Carroll out, Danaher playing centre-half back. To centre wing, Madden and Ironmonger. Dorotich put the head down. Silvani, well done. Out the road. Oh, brilliant knock on from Williams. Top stuff. Right, short pass. The Swans looking good. Morwood still inside the square. Out wide to Kappa. Brilliant mark, or is it not played?
He did drop it, Pete.
Didn't hold it long enough. It was a great effort from Kappa. Dool gets it to Glascott at left half-back flank.
Well, he should have grabbed it, Pete.
He should have taken it, Mark.
Glascott from the flank to centre wing. At the back, almost a mark, is it? Yes, played to Coleman.
And Coleman is at centre half back. Danaher in the back pocket.
Plenty of move being made by Tommy Hafey. Coleman. That's a good long kick. Harms the flyer at the back to Silvani. Edmund rides him into the ground. Williams off the carpet. Couldn't get it clear of the pack. And Williams in everything so far. The bounce to take place 50 metres from the Swans' goal.
And we're just on the 12-minute mark of this first quarter. 13 points the difference in favour of the Swans, and they're looking good at this early part of the game. Williams doing a slashing job in the centre of the ground, knocked out by Madden, but scouting out nicely was Bolton up to Kappa and Dool again. Dool in the front posse. The ball pushed out again by Wright. Comes back now to Williams again. He's grabbed by Bradley, but lucky for the Swans. Hawks there. Hand pass coming out to Eagle. A hurried snap towards the goals. Morwood's got the sit here. He flies. Punched out by Dool. Then again by Dean. Eagle pouncing on it. Fumbles the ball. Down goes English. They're throwing themselves at us. Hawk comes out. Has a flying shot at goal. He's got it. Oh, they're going hot at the moment. The Sydney Swans are looking really good. 4 goals, 125 to Carlton. 1 goal, 6 points.
And that's exactly the way the play's been so far. And the Swans deserve to be in the position they are at the moment because they've taken the game away from Carlton. And it hasn't been a situation of taking the game up to it. It is taking the game right away from them. They've led to the ball. They've done everything that one could be anticipated.
19 points the difference, just over the 13-minute mark of this first quarter, the qualifying final, and the Swans off to a great start. Knocked out by Matt Kernahan. Blackwell's kick is a hurried one over that half-forward line. Ralph got one on the top of the shoulder, but the umpire didn't worry about that. Ralph pounces on Eagle. It comes out to Meldrum, can't get clear. Reece Jones is there too for Carlton, and the umpire will ball it up around about the 50-metre mark. A little bit stunned at the moment, Bob, because that adrenaline certainly working wonders for the Swans, and they're loving every moment of it.
They really have got things going at the moment, Lou, and every one of them naturally is G'd up. So too at Carlton.
Johnson, I should say, punched out again by Roberts. Over to Carter. Fumble going, not Jones here now for Blackwell. A hand pass comes to Hunter. Right on his tail is Danaher. Hooks the ball back, but Browning over his head, but the umpire said it was out of bounds. And there'll be a throw-in from that forward pocket position about 10 metres around from the Carlton goal. Carlton struggling. At 25 points, plays 6, a difference of 19 points. Back it comes to Johnson. He couldn't get clear. Oh, golly, Tui was thrown to the ground. As a goal to mark. No, he played on. And that the distance was far enough. And then again, I thought it might have been 10 metres. To Ralph, what do you think, Bob?
Not the final, Lou.
Not the final. You reckon it's got to be 15, do you?
I think so. On replay, we see Kernahan.
Oh, I reckon that's 10 metres.
It was 10 metres, all right, but he played on anyway.
Certainly did. The ball back into play again. The Swans using a lot of vigour. Williams doing a top job at centre field. Over it goes now to Bolton. A long hand pass to Eagle on his own. After him is Reece Jones. But he's got a paddock to run in. Reece Jones caught him, put him off balance. Picked up by Justin Madden. The kick is over the half-forward line for Carlton. Browning, a great mark. They've all got their hearts in the air now, Pete.
Browning, of course, played when the Swans last made the VFL final series. That was back in, I think it was 77. Wearing number 43. Then Bays in the middle of two opponents. Comes out with a free kick.
The president of Carlton was quite smart telling me before the game that Browning's broken my record, Pete, of one final game.
Just back from London too this morning, John Elliott. Rhys Jones, Bays, good hand pass, Silvani, Glascott, English, Blackwell in front of Browning.
It really started with a poor tackle on that occasion by Bays.
Ralph with Carter. Ralph might have his hands full there.
They'll have to hit Ralph on the chest with every kick, Pete, because this fella's a very good defender, Carter.
I'd have McClure out there personally.
So would I.
He gives away nothing. Rod Carter might look unspectacular, but I tell you what, he's effective. Knocked down to Bradley. Road, Johnston. Johnston from half forward. Melbourne leading out. He kicked Carlton's first goal. Sharks it beautifully from Tui. It's high up towards half forward, full forward. Browning can't go the punch. It's a mark. That's Blackwell, I think, is it?
Strong mark, Pete. Yes, a strong mark that was. Took about an hour to come down too, Bob.
An excellent mark, but not enough aggression by the defence of Browning there. And so we saw Blackwell, and there's no worries about the courage of Wayne Blackwell. He is one of the real courageous players in league football, and an excellent mark by Wayne Blackwell.
But he fixed him up. Give him a big rap, Bob.
I like Wayne Blackwell.
Think looks all right. Or is it one behind?
I still like him.
One behind. He missed it. Carlton runner coming out to have a few words. 4-1 to 1-1. Rod Carter to bring the ball back into play. We've been playing 17 minutes in the first quarter. Rhys Jones perhaps should have taken it. Johnston does for Carlton, but the kick doesn't get very far. Rhys Jones again the opportunity. Good tackle. Carlton gets it out the road to Bradley. Bradley inside the square. He's gone down to half forward. Browning this time goes the punch effectively. On to Tui. He's had his hands full so far with Meldrum. Tui's kick is a short one up towards centre wing. Morwood marks in front of Dorotich. To Tui moving well down the ground. Tui's gone for a pass. On a lead. Kappa out of bounds. Boundary throw in about 40 metres from goal.
Tell you one thing, Bob, that Dorotich is in plenty of trouble with Morwood. He's running him a merry dance there.
He certainly is, Lou. And I don't quite agree with you that saying how great Dorotich is.
That's fair enough. It'll be Ironmonger and Madden. Madden got that tap down, but there's the ever-alert Williams. Gets the ball back now to Healy. A left foot snap at goal. Not a bad sort of a kick either. We'll wait on the result. Another goal. Great shot and good play on the part of Williams too to get it over him. 5 goals, 131 Sydney. Looking good to Carlton. 1 goal, 1-7.
Well, Williams has had a hand in a few of those, hasn't he?
Well, there's every chance here that a lot of us have, including myself, have said that Carlton are front runners. Let's see whether they are or not.
Well, they've got to come from behind now because they're giving the Swans a pretty good start. 24 points the difference. 18.5 minutes gone of the 1986 qualifying final first quarter. Bradley gets a hand pass to Johnson. The Blues go back into attack, but this defence of the Swans is strong as we see Carter knock it out. Pushed on by Coleman, playing at centre half back today. Hawks grab, down he goes. And we find that kicked off ball. Bernie Evans let one go there, but the umpires found a free kick. It'll go to Browning. They're playing with confidence. Out to Neagle on his own on the centre wing position on the outer side. Centres the ball across to centre half forward. Edmund at the back. Punched on. Good play by Ironmonger. There's a go again. There's more bad luck that time. Morwood slipped that allowed Dorridge to get the ball clear. And a good pass marked by Glascott. Out wide it comes to Blackwell. He started off okay. We'll go for a hand pass to Bradley. Bradley will go for the long kick or looking for a pass. Looking for Kernahan. Found him with a magnificent pass. Positioned himself well in front of Coleman to take the mark about 30 metres out from goal directly in front.
I really think as we watch on replay, this man is probably the difference between the two sides. If Kernahan can fire, Carlton are in business. Still,
the Sydney Swans are 24 points in front. And Kernahan from very close in, I would say about 20 metres out. 25 metres out is the chance now to put 6 points on the board for them. There's the kick. There's no worries about that one. It's a goal. So Carlton now move on to 2 goals, 1-13. to the Sydney Swans. 5 goals, 131 into this first quarter by 20 minutes.
As I said, Lou, I really think that Stephen Kernahan at centre-half forward, and Morwood doing a great job against Dorotich, but he's doing it up the ground. And I would rather have a player playing at centre-half forward and taking control in that position.
31 plays 13, 20 and a half minutes gone in the first quarter. That was Kernahan's first goal. Good tackle by Hawke. Sees the ball come loose. Williams caught one too high for mine.
Williams is playing a very good game, but Bradley's had a few kicks too, Bob, you know.
And they're both getting kicks, Lou, and they've taken it off him.
Well, I didn't see what happened there. Evans.
6 to 1, half a dozen the other. They were both doing it. Pete
Kernahan. Well caught, holding the ball.
15-metre penalty for throwing the ball away against Kernahan.
Carter, just short of centre field, takes the free kick. Carter out long, tries to find Ironmonger. Went for the knock-on, successful. Mitchell, can he get there first? Back up support from Morwood. In comes Harms. Mitchell, can he get around Silvani? The hurried kick goes astray. Mark taken by Dean. Dean in the right back pocket. On to Glasgow. Not a good kick. Bradley on his own, left centre wing, or just short of it. Short pass by Bradley down the half forward. Tries to find Hunter. I don't think that will really worry the Swans, because Hunter was otherwise off and running. He'll have to come back now well and truly to pass the 50-metre mark. It's certainly been a very interesting opening, with the Swans getting the upper hand early. Carlton seemingly with their game a little bit more under control now. Bradley, 6 kicks.
I think they have steadied a bit, Pete.
Yeah. Hunter from left half forward flank. Centres the ball, tries to find Kernahan, who is behind, had to punch it. Evans knocks it down. Bolton grab when not in possession. Picked up by Rode. Into the square, Tui. In front of Meldrum. That's been a good duel so far, though Meldrum did kick the first goal for Carlton. At the back, Blackwell might have got it at the back of Williams, who copped another one. On to Stevie Wright. The bounce favours Dean. Edmund had to back his judgment. Came out second best. He was caught. He's off. That was Evans. Rode over the top of Evans. Finds Glascott on the run. Glascott short of half forward. Hunter, great mark! And Ken Hunter has a chance to bring up Carlton's third goal. Carlton certainly looking a lot better now. Hunter within kicking distance. Fine grab. Not much Roberts could do about that. And what a great player Hunter is.
I'm just wondering whether Blackwell's playing in the set on Williams, or is it Bradley, Bob?
No, it's Bradley, Lou.
Is it?
Hunter from 20 metres out, not a slight angle. No mistake about that. Carlton well and truly back in business now. Hunter's first, the Blues third. 7's big league scoreboard. 5-1 to 3-1. Sydney by 12 points.
And I agree with the way that Robert Wills has taken this. I was critical up in Sydney when they tagged Greg Williams with Brad Shine. And at that particular stage, I think if the Brownlow medal had been counted at that stage, Craig Bradley probably would have won it. And I agree with backing him out against Greg Williams. Let's see who wins.
Okay, we're back in the centre now. 12 points the difference. 23 and a half minutes gone of the first quarter. Comes back now to Blackwell, not doing a bad job in this first quarter. Over to Bernie Evans. Oh, there was a gutsy mark. That took a lot of taking. He went right into Carter. It shook him up a bit, but that was what I call a real gutsy mark. And it's hurt his leg. Look at that, Bob.
Yes, you're running the wrong way, Lou. That is courage. It's one thing to show courage when you know what's coming. When you don't know what's coming, that is courage.
And of course, it looks as though he's done the thigh. It could be a corky because he ran straight into Carter.
He has had trouble with a hamstring.
There's the kick now up there towards full forward. Kernahan and Hunter there. Oh, Kernahan's grabbed it. He's playing it. Coleman going quick. They stood there virtually. He might take that on his own.
I don't think Coleman's the man for Kernahan, personally.
Well, we'll wait and see what Kernahan can do with this kick. At the moment, it's 12 points the difference into this first quarter.
Back behind play, and Bernie Evans doesn't look too good.
No, he's limping badly, because he'd be very upset about that playing in a final match. He hasn't that many, well, he doesn't think he's played any with this one.
And against his old club.
There's the kick by Kernahan. Another goal. So it's 6 points the difference into this first quarter by just on 25 minutes. 5 goals, 131 Sydney. The Carlton 4 goals, 125. And this looks as though it's going to be a crackerjack game today, Pete, in front of a very big crowd of about 60,000 or more people.
Bernie Evans now on replay is hobbling around, but he stayed out on the ground. And as we see Kernahan taking the mark, very poor defence by the Swans there. So there's Bernie Evans still out on the ground. So obviously he may have copped the knock, and Kernahan and Coleman there.
Bit of time on, 30 seconds into such. The difference now only 1 goal, and Carlton looking the better side now after they got off to a very slow start. Johnston's kick is short to half forward, and the mark taken by Danaher. Perhaps could be a possible replacement for Coleman on Kernahan. Neagle, Ironmonger and Silvani. Hawke back to Blackwell. Silvani again from centre field. That kick was long. Spiral punt kick over 50 metres. Hunter got one in the back. Not seen by the umpire. The ball suckered away by Ian Roberts. Picked up by Ruff some 50 metres out. Correction, almost picked up by Ruff. Roberts beats him to it. Back to centre ring. And good mark to Blackwell. Well grabbed. They weren't letting him go. Dorotic. Sorry. Bradley. Kick number 7. Mark to Melbourne.
Starting to look good, Carlton now.
Starting to look much better after they were suffering from shell shock.
He's going to come back.
He has to come back.
Now what happens, Bob, when your own teammate plays on? Is that wasting time? Is he entitled to be reported? Well, okay, it's still wasting time, isn't it?
Lou, I reckon yesterday's report with Stephen Clark is the most ridiculous report I've ever seen in my life.
The one with Simon Madden was worse.
Both for different things, of course. Although I agree with both comments. Here he is again. Kernahan is giving Coleman a nice old bath at the moment.
Is it not time to move Coleman or not?
I would say so.
Well, Tommy Hafey's got the reputation of letting a player try and get himself into form, but it could be mighty dangerous against this guy today, the way he's shaping up.
4 kicks, 3 marks and 3 goals if he kicks this Steve Kernahan.
Speaking to his father before the game, and he was saying how he's been disappointed, very disappointed with his form.
10-1 on, he'll kick it. No mistake about that. Thanks, Steve. 3 goals for Kernahan, best player on the ground for mine in the first quarter. And Carlton draw level, 5-1 apiece, 31 points each, 27.5 minutes gone.
That's right. I think after 2 goals it was enough as far as I was concerned. And Glenn Coleman certainly wouldn't have the job now of picking up as Craig Davis is coming out.
Well, who would you put on him?
I would put Rod Carter.
Not Danaher?
Not Danaher.
5-1 each, 27.5 minutes gone in the first quarter. The Blues have drawn level.
And they're going back into attack. You said Kernahan's playing well. Blackwell's not doing a bad job either. There he goes again with a hand pass coming over to Johnson. They'll go deep into attack with that kick. It's not a good one. Picked up by Rod Carter. Drives the ball back towards the Swans half-forward line, and Moreland in front of Dorotic again. Just takes the mark. But he's a heck of a way out from goal. About 75, 80 metres out.
Well on top of Dorotic, Lou.
At the moment. But there's plenty of time to go yet, Bob. Bob's having a go at me because Dorotic is a favourite of mine. Bradley breaking clear. And the Blues are certainly looking a lot better now. But there's Carter. Still doing a great job down there in defence. That's the man that Bob would put on Kernahan. At least he'd stick pretty close to him as we see Bolton pick it up. Oh, there was a road got flattened like a tack then. And it's Neagle driving it up there towards Kappa, but Dool outmanoeuvred him there. And the old flying doormat's got it down there in the back pocket. Goes wide, right across the goals. Oh, he's dropped the Reece Jones into his back that time, and the umpire's called play on against Reece Jones. Morwood gets it over to Edmund.
Reece Jones went on with it.
Reece Jones and Morwood having a wrestle behind players. The ball is grabbed that time by Madden. Tries to, well, he does grab it, kicks it high back. And Glasgow getting under it, fumble the mark. But he's got time to recover out there at half back. A long hand pass to Bradley, who's picked up 1,000 kicks. That's a bad hand pass. But Healy's collared by Glasgow.
Free kick to Bradley.
Well, he might have been grabbed too high, and Bradley may have been lucky to get away with that. So Bradley will take that free kick at centre half back. The score's dead level.
8 kicks to Bradley, Luke.
5 goals, 131 apiece. I think Blackwell's had as many too, or possessions. Punched out again by Tui, a strong player. Over to Bolton, the racehorse. put off balance by Bernie Evans, who seems to recover from that one. There was a bit of slipper going on between Evans and Wright. And at the back comes Tui on the back of Bernie Evans, the two number 15s.
As they settle down, Blackwell's had 10 possessions here.
Now Bernie Evans got that free kick. That'll be against Tui coming late on the scene. Into this quarter by 30 minutes. And there's 5 goals, 31 points apiece. Kernahan couldn't hold that. Coming in to pick it up was Tui. That was a right foot, not a good kick up the side of his boot. And Mark that time is going to be played. Now he's going to play a push in the back.
Danaher has gone on to Kernahan. Carter staying on Ralph.
Yes, into his back.
No worries about that.
But he should have taken the mark, nonetheless.
Certainly should, Bob. Back it comes now that Evans couldn't pick it up. Pouncing on it now, taking advantage of that mistake was Williams over to Healy. Nearly stuck over the mark. Healy's kick is down to the half-forward line. A perfect pass, and we see Hawke with the ball about 80 metres out. A short one again. It'll be okay, and Bayes takes that mark 60 metres out from goal for the Swans. And scores dead level, 31 points each.
Into the forward pocket, Capper at the back. Knocked away by Ironmonger and out of bounds, and throw in adjacent to the point post with 31 minutes gone, and in fact the siren joins it. Scores at quarter time, 5-1, a brilliant quarter of football. Umpire Ian Robinson, 2 start proceedings in the second term, scores dead level, 5-1 each. Ironmonger starting against Madden. Well, it was about even there in the first quarter, as they were at that one. Johnston, who was one of the players to bring Carlton back into proceedings in the first quarter. Ralph over the top of Carter. Hunter, not the best of hand passes he's delivered in his career. Intercepted by Gerard Healy. Drops it short. Dorotic not having the best of days this afternoon. Hawke gets the hand pass down towards, or he takes it again actually from Mitchell. Oh, bad miss by Morwood, so Tommy Hagee won't be happy with that. Having said at quarter time that they missed too many marks on the forward line. Neagle steals it from Rhys Jones.
He's on top of Rhys Jones.
Kappa got the sit. Dorotic goes for a knock-on. It is just about out of bounds. No, Wayne Harms will get it before it goes over the line. Harms chips it short, tries to find Road, can't do so. Holden sees it does cross the line on this occasion, and the throw-in will take place 40 metres from the Swans' goal. Been a good open style of game so far, in direct contrast to the elimination final yesterday.
Certainly a better day too, Pete.
Yes.
There's some conditions like this, you can't compare 2 games, can you?
Well, these are the conditions you dream of, and particularly playing in finals. It's a great feeling to be out there this time of the year under these conditions, Pete.
Nothing like seeing the sun shining either.
No, particularly in Melbourne.
It's a rarity. Glascott. Hawke. Short of the right half-forward flank. Long way from goal, some 65 to 70 metres. Not a well-directed kick. Williams, though, gets it onto Bayes. Now, he's a good kick, this fellow. He has a shot. That's not bad over the top. Dorotic touches the ball through for one behind.
Excellent play by Dorotic there.
5-2 to 5-1. 32 plays 31. Dorotic certainly had his hands full in the opening quarter.
Williams has got tremendous ball sense, Bob. You know, he came out and met that on the half volley. Never looked like missing it, did he?
No, he's a great player.
So Wayne Harms to bring the ball back into play just past the 2-minute mark of the second term, and it's a good kick.
A point the difference. That is a long kick, Peter. Knocked out by Dorotic. Comes over to Blackwell, one of their best players in the first quarter. Out wide, Wayne Johnson's got a chance to mark. He goes down. The umpire's playing a free kick. I don't know what for.
He fell over.
Well, that makes it very easy. I just wonder about these umpires. I think we're playing drop the hanky sometimes with some of these weak free kicks they give. Bernie Evans had that mark sewn up because Browning fell over. Rhys Jones is having a bit of a box on there with Healy. Up it goes towards the full forward position. The ball tapped down to Meldrum. Fumbles the ball. He's well tackled again by Williams, doing a pretty good job on the centre. Over to Tui, a good hand pass to the racehorse. And look at him go as he gives a hand pass out wide now to Holden. Holden over the half-forward line. In front is Edmund. Too strong for Dean that time. That's a good mark. And the Swans will certainly be expecting something from Edmund, who's had a very ordinary season since crossing over from Footscray this year. 50 metres out. Chance for he gave him one on the back. Is the umpire going to play the mark?
He is, I think.
Certainly is. And that's the way to get it. Thought he pushed him.
No,
excited about that. He gave him a bit of a nudge, but the umpire didn't seem to think so. Umpire Clayton, 35 years of age, umpiring his first umpiring final match.
We had a far better view of that than the umpire did. He was running in and facing those players. No doubt it was a push in the back, but umpire Clayton not in position to see it.
Running on Ironmonger from about 30 metres out to put him 7 points in front. That's a shocking kick.
There's a ruck one.
And that is out of bounds on the full. And that'll give English the chance to have a penalty free kick down there in the back pocket. So it's 5 goals, 2:32 Sydney to Carlton, 5 goals, 1:31. Just over the 4-minute mark of this second quarter.
It was almost a throw. Umpire calls play on. Dorotich does. Gets out the hand pass. Road well tackled by Stevie Wright.
Said he threw it. Said Dorotich threw it, Peter.
Yes. And the free kick going to Morwood, who gave him some decent stick in the first half, or first quarter, I should say. Now Tony Morwood would be 50 metres out. He'll kick it right on the 50-metre line. That's going pretty close. Off target, I think, for one behind. So the Swans lead by 2 points now. 5-3 to 5-1. We've been playing nearly 5 minutes into the second quarter. Bruce Dool, again having the job of minding Warwick Kappa. He's kept him to 1 goal. So far, short pass by the doormat. Road takes the mark in front of Merv Neagle.
They still take those chances, don't they, down there in defence with that short passing? Mighty dangerous.
It is mighty dangerous if the kick happens to go astray.
Oh, beautiful mark. Lovely mark. Courage play.
Blackwell playing well. 5 kicks, 2 marks, 6 handballs so far for the former West Australian. Knocked away by Tony Morwood. It is out of bounds on Carlton's right half forward flank. Bradley too in screen there. Had a good first quarter. As we watch Blackwell again, Gutsy grabbed that one.
Tony Morwood covering plenty of ground. He went right down to the half back line to spoil that one, Bob.
He's going all over the place, Lou.
Kernahan wins the ruck duels from the boundary. Johnston takes advantage of it. In front, Meldrum. Johnston now, if he can pick it up, he's fumbling. Finally gets a right foot kick at it, but not a particularly good one. Ralph and Carter. It's won by the ladder. Knocked it straight back to Meldrum, who has put it through for a point, I would say. 2 points the difference in the qualifying final. The Swans 1 point the difference. 5-3 to 5-2.
Wayne Johnson there completely ignoring his teammates. He had the chance of a couple of hand passes and just went to blaze away.
Mark Browning, one of the veterans in the Swan side, leading the side today in the absence of Carroll. Great mark to Gerard Healy. Healy at left half-back flank, having a fine season with his new club. Of course, he'd know this ground particularly well. Dorotich playing in front of Morwood. Starting to perhaps come into his own a little bit after a slow start against the Swan star. Dorotich out wide. Madden in front. Ironmonger, no mark. Holden looks for and finds Bernard Toohey at the edge of the square. A long kick by the former Geelong player. Up to Edmund, almost took the grab. Now a chance for Mitchell to Hawke. Gets around Harm. Beautiful sidestep. 1 point only. Didn't see Kappa in the goal square. Should he have gone for him, Bob?
I don't think so, Pete. He did everything right. He steadied, he straightened up, and I think he should have had the kick at goal. Kappa was well downfield, too far possibly for a hand pass. Hawke should have kicked the goal, and it was just one of those pieces of play that just didn't come off.
7 minutes gone of the second quarter. 2 points the difference in favour of the Swans. Short pass, it's okay to Bradley, back to English. Out it goes to Blackwell. And that was play on. I thought he might have got a free kick, not even that time. So the umpire made him hurt if he go that time. Knocked on by Reece Jones. Gets it over to Blackwell. Brilliant play on the part of Reece Jones. To Glasgow. Out wide to Johnson. The left footer. Out there on the 50-metre line. Flies at the goals. Chance for Hunter. Oh, he gave him a little push in the back, enough to put him off balance and retard him. And took a great mark. He takes plenty of those fall on the ground, Hunter. That was a great mark. Now he's got a chance to kick goal number 1. Not number 2.
He can run around because there's nobody standing there.
Well, Bob Skilton doing the signs here for me today. It's a problem. And that will be a goal. 1 point.
He's not much of a kick, Hunter.
So it's 33 plays 34 in favour of the Sydney Swans. 8 minutes gone of this second quarter of the 1986 qualifying final if we wait for Browning to bring the ball back into the play again. And of course, I'd say it's over the 60,000 mark today. There's a great mark to 2 in. We've watched him play the last few weeks, Bob, and he's played very, very well indeed.
He didn't play well in the year, Lou, but he really has come to light as Kernahan takes an excellent mark.
Good strong mark to Kernahan. They might be giving him a run in the ruck. Umpire gave him a 15-metre penalty, but Johnson's got that one. He didn't bother taking it. Johnson will take the mark out there on the edge of the square towards the centre wing position. Now it should go long. We see Ralph making a lead. Hunter's coming in too. Flies, got his hands to it. Oh, beautifully picked up by Bernie Evans. Straightens up, fires for the goals. But he's off target but through for 1 point. So scores a level again. 5 goals, 4, 34 points apiece as we approach the 9-minute mark of this second quarter.
But again, the feeling that Carlton are just a little bit better at the moment.
Must agree. Long ball. Johnson underneath it, knocked away by Rhys Jones, but picked up by Holden. Thought about giving it to Neagle. Goes over the top out of Browning at left centre wing. He'll go long. Browning into the full forward pocket. Dool in front. Mark or freak? No, not a mark.
Would have been a freak.
Yes.
The advantage will be.
Silvani boots it clear up to Bradley, who was one of Carlton's stars in the first quarter. Too long, but Melbourne might be there. He kicked Carlton's first goal. That's another one. Carlton in front for the first time. And as Bob said, looking the better side now. They lead by a goal, 6-4 to 5-4.
And the disposal is much better. And,
Bradley playing a brilliant game.
Right from the back line. Well, as I said, Lou, when you've got a player like Craig Bradley, rather than be negative, surely you've got to be prepared to back players out occasionally. And I think the Robert Wall's decision to back Bradley out against Greg Williams so far is proving the correct decision.
Meldrum's second goal. Bradley, by the way, has had 10 kicks and 4 handballs so far. 10 minutes gone in the second quarter. The Blues in front and looking the better side. Mitchell drives the Swans forward up towards their half-forward flank. 2-on-1 duel out here in favour of Carlton. Dean down, the duel up, gets around right, okay. Short pass by the doormat, finds Rhys Jones on right centre wing. Lob high. Kernahan has to keep it away from Danaher.
Incidentally, Dill's doing a great job down there on Gapper.
Interesting to note, I heard Robert Walls on radio yesterday, and he said that he thinks Bruce Dill has made up his mind, but he wishes he'd play another season.
Well, we certainly hope he does, because he's been an ornament to the game.
Knocked down by the Swans. Danaher, picked up by Hawke, almost got caught with the ball. In fact, has been penalised for sacks.
I wouldn't write the Swans up, because we've found over this season they fight back, and they're a side full of intestinal fortitude.
Evans to Ralph.
You never write them off, Lou, but I think Carlton are playing better at the moment.
Ralph at right half forward flank, 60 metres from goal. And as we've often said in commentary, likes the shot from the angle. That one won't be a score. He's centred the ball, looks for Hunter and gets him.
Losing a bit of concentration down there in defence, the Swans, letting players run around as they like.
That was an easy mark to Hunter. Had his name on that. No one going with him. And Ken Hunter, the opportunity for his second goal and to put Carlton 2 in front. Shocker.
Dodgery couldn't kick.
He can't do everything, Bob.
Of course, he works with Bob Skilton. Pass the message on tomorrow.
6-5 to 5-4, 34 to 41. Carlton lead by 7 points. Rod Carter to bring the ball back into play as we approach the 12-minute mark of the second term.
7 points the difference. Chance for Johnson to mark. Oh, there's a good mark to Winslow. Quick. That was a beautiful pass. Hand pass over to Healy. But they're standing up well now. There's a strong mark to Dean. Over it goes to Dorridge with a bad hand pass. Doherty smothers. Can't get cleared. Dean goes over to help out. A hand pass back to Glasgow. And they get the ball out of the danger zone. A chance for Madden at the back. Dropped that one. He's dropped a couple today. Johnson's kick is along the ground. And finally we see the ball driven back by Toohey. Smothered by Edmund. Not a good smother actually. It gave Bernie Evans a chance to break clear. Booted out towards Melbourne, but Toohey once again in the one. He's playing a pretty good game down there in defence for the Swans.
Melbourne's kicked 2 goals though, Luke.
Yes, I know, but they've been bombarding the goals. There's little Mitchell falling over and back around Silvani. He went for a bit of a fall, but he recovered okay, Silvani. Kicks the ball long, looking for Ralph and Kernahan. Neither can take the mark. It's pushed on out towards Melbourne. Melbourne goes for a long hand pass to Hunter. Back it goes now to Blackwell. Another goal coming up to the Blues. That was easy work and great play on the part of the Blue forwards. 5 goals for 34 Sydney. The Carlton 7-5-47 and looking good at this particular stage of the match.
There's an excellent piece of teamwork by Carlton. And there's Meldon with a long hand pass taken by Hunter. A very quick hand pass by Ken Hunter. And Blackwell in superb form at the moment. He's doing the job around the packs, and he's done a wonderful job so far for the Carlton side.
13 and a half minutes gone of the second quarter, and the difference now 13 points in favour of Carlton, starting to get a grip. Back to Reece Jones. He fumbled that one. In goes Johnson. Reece Jones goes down. The umpire's going to ball it up.
Carlton have kicked the last 6 goals, Luke.
Against Hawke, so it'll be a ball up at centre field. Of course, a perfect day in Melbourne for football, and this ground looks a picture. Well, knocked out by Williams, recovers well. That was brilliant play on the part of Williams. Tapped on by Bolton. The racehorse goes after it again from that centre half forward position. A hand pass. The ball driven up by Bays. A long shot, and what a kick it is. Oh, Dool, did he touch it on the line?
I don't think so.
It'll be a goal, so you can't write this one off from Sydney. They'll bounce back and give them a game here today. 6 goals for 40 Sydney. The Carlton 7-5-47.
Yes, and a lovely kick by Mark Bays. Excellent play by Greg Williams to get it out, and Bolton to carry it on. Both of those former Geelong players combining to get it on to Mark Bays, and he finished it off with a lovely goal. 2 fine youngsters of football there, Mark Bays and Stephen Silvani.
That was the Swans' first goal since the 13-minute mark of the first quarter. Carlton still lead by 7 points as we approach the 15-minute mark of this term. It's Healy from the bounce to half forward, and the mark taken by Edmund. And they will really need him to fire this afternoon if they're to defeat Carlton. Edmund, 55 metres out. Wobbly punt kick into the square. Capper at the back. Can't outmark Dool. Picked up by Stevie Wright. Beautiful tackle, Silvani. Capper over the top for his second, and he's got it, I think. One behind only. 6-5 to 7-5. 6 points the difference.
Even though Carlton are playing the better football, the Swans are still hanging in there, Bob, and putting plenty of pressure. Not out of it by a long shot.
Not at all, Lou. That's why they finish second on the ladder. It's the way they go about their football. They don't even look at the scoreboard. They do just what Tommy Havey wants.
Well, Tommy Havey would have wanted him to get the kick in from Dool there. Bolton out marking Road. Bolton into the pocket. Edmund can't take it. Harms gets around right. Lobs it high for Road. Knocked away by Bolton again, but picked up by Reece Jones. Beautiful smother, Bolton. Almost caught with the ball.
Beautiful recovery, Reece Jones. Great play.
To centre wing, Bradley. One of the stars of the first quarter.
Oh, that was brilliant play on the part of Reece Jones.
He'll get a 15-metre penalty, but he decides not to take advantage of it. Bradley from centre wing, or centre field. Gets the hand pass back again from Dean. Well, Glasgow it was. Blues deep into attack again. Kernahan!
Bernie Evans has got one in the centre too.
He's had a bad day, Bernie. Got one on the thigh in the first quarter. But back with Kernahan for goal number 4. 50 metres out on the angle. Off target and through for 1 point. So Carlton increased their lead by that margin. The Blues 7-6, the Swans 6-5, a difference of 7 points. Evans again, as we said, in the hands of the trainers and looks a little bit groggy. Ian Roberts brings the ball back into play. Roberts to half back. Good mark taken by Tui. Having a good duel, as Lou said, with number 23 Meldon, but he's kicked 2 goals. Roberts, short pass. Wright is on centre wing. Nobody in pursuit. Meldon's the nearest. Wright could have gone a little bit further, actually. Kappa this time marks, but he's a fair way out from goal. He'll be on the 50-metre line.
Well, Kappa's already kicked 1 goal. I think it may be a little bit too far. If he kicks this one, it'll put them within a point. And, of course, Carlton have had most of the play since about 2/3 of the way through the first quarter. But as we've said many, many times, that's why they're sitting second on top of the league ladder. The Swans, they fight it out to the bitter end. There's the kick. Doesn't make the distance. The all flies a go for Mitchell. The kick is smothered. Warwood's got it down on the ground, but they pounce on him and the umpire will ball it up.
Bernie Evans coming off.
Right on the 10-metre mark. Well, that's a bit of a blow to
Well, with the interchange system, it's stupid to leave him on the ground.
That's right. And his replacement will be Robinson, who has played some good games for Carlton this year. Picked up by Iron Monk, and they soon grab him. Oh, coming out of the back in the dust bowl there. Like the rodeo there as he goes down as Mitchell, covered in dirt.
Evans coming off, Luke.
Evans off the ground to be replaced by Robinson. So it'll be a ball up again about 15 metres out from the Swans' goal. Knocked out by Madden. Coming in to meet it now is Road right on the boundary line. Kept it in play as he kicks the ball wide, looking for Melbourne, but I think he's put it out of bounds on the full, or is it a throw in?
Out of full.
Out on the full, it'll be a penalty free kick to go to Stevie Wright. Hand pass coming over to Neagle. Neagle's kick is a hurried one, back there towards the full forward position. Plenty flying for the ball there. The Carlton defence go the knuckle, and the ball is knocked out of bounds in the forward pocket. So we'll see a throw in from about 30 metres out from the Swans' goal. They're 41 points, 6 goals, 5 to Carlton, 7-6, 48. Into this second quarter of the qualifying final for 1986 by 18 and a half minutes. Rhys Jones gets a hand pass out to Road. The ball falls short, and once again it's Stewie doing a great job down there in defence. Short pass to right on his own on the 50-metre mark. Goes for the long kick.
Greg Williams caught one behind plate.
And the ball is out of bounds on the full. That'll be a penalty free kick to Carlton. Where did he get it, Bob?
Right in the mouth.
Stings a bit there too.
A couple today, Williams.
Well, they're dishing it out a bit both sides, but it's not a very rough game really. Probably a little bit of spite creaming into it as we see Dool now kick the ball over the 50-metre defence line. Danaher couldn't hold that mark. There's a chance for Robertson to get clear, but the umpire ruled that he had no hope of getting rid of that. And there'll be a ball up on the Swans half-forward on about 75 metres out from their goal. 19 and a half minutes gone of this second quarter. 7 goals, 6:48 Carlton to Sydney. 6 goals, 5:41.
Bounce. Madden and Ironmonger. Well, there's had a really great influence on it today so far. It is English on centre wing. Not a well-directed kick. Perhaps trying to find Hunter, who overruns the ball. Kernahan for goal number 4. 30 metres out. Off target. Is he or has he got it? It's a goal. 4 goals to number 4 for Carlton. Playing a great game up forward. 8-6 to 6-5. And at the moment, he's really the difference between the two sides.
So it was Kenny Hunter that really put his body in there and was able to keep them apart. And there we see Tony Danaher coming over the top of Danaher, falling to the ground, and so Kernahan putting it through for his 4th goal.
Kernahan, 8 kicks so far, 6 marks.
McClure having a warm-up there. I suppose they're ready to throw him onto the ground. May replace Ralph.
13 points the difference now after 4 goals to Steve Kernahan. He's been brilliant so far. So too is Bradley onto Rhys Jones. The hand pass comes out to Blackwood and turned to Robertson at half forward. Long down to full forward. Hunter, or will he let it go? Hunter marks in front of Roberts.
Certainly shift Roberts. So Roberts does a great job against the smaller players, but I don't think he can handle Kenny Hunter.
Well, Carlton giving the Swans a bit of a football lesson at the moment. And Hunter for goal number 2 at the 21-minute mark of the second quarter.
We talk about Williams with those slick hand passes. That Rhys Jones is not too bad at it either, Bob.
No, he does it well, doesn't he, Lou?
You have to fall over to miss it. It's another one. Hunter second, and Carlton go further ahead. And after the Swans led 5 goals to 1, it's now Carlton leading 9-6 to 6-5. So they've kicked 8 goals to 1 since midway through the first quarter.
And you mentioned the hand pass coming out there from Rhys Jones. Bradley was in the thick of things there as well. And I think Bradley's on top of Williams.
Let's go down now to Peter Donegan, who may have some news on Bernie Evans for us.
Yes, thanks, Pete. Dr. John Fraser has been having a look at Bernie Evans, and there's no damage to the ribs. Apparently, he was just badly winded.
21 and a half minutes gone. The Swans now trail 41 to 60, so 19 points in it in favour of Carlton. They're playing beautiful football at the moment since about halfway through the first term. They've been on top.
So Black guy too.
Blackwell from right half-back flank, lobs it high towards centre wing. Good strong mark to Merv Neagle over the top of Robertson, or in front of him. The Swans will have to regroup pretty quickly, otherwise Carlton will run right over the top of them. Dorotich knocks the ball down, picked up by Bays, who's kicked their only goal this quarter. Right. Neagle. Beautiful smother. There were 3 of them there to do it. Don't know who did it. Silvani. Robertson on centre wing with the short one. Kernahan, he's kicked 4. Beautifully delivered to Ralph. 15-metre penalty, or did he play on, Bob?
Well, I didn't think he did. I didn't think he had time to play on it. Maybe the intention was there, but I don't think Warren Ralph had time to play on it.
I don't think he did either. Well, I don't know.
Yes.
A bit doubtful.
I thought the intention was there, but I don't think he had time to.
It's a bounce in Carlton's forward pocket. Holden goes for the hand pass. Carter dispossessed. Good tackle, Stevie Wright on Kernahan. The ball is out of bounds. Kernahan let one go, and Wright wants to go on with it.
I'd keep away from that, Stevie, if I were you.
It'll be a boundary throw-in.
So, boundary throw-in about 35 metres around from the Carlton goal, and they're looking good. 60 plays, 41 in favour of the Blues. 19 points the difference. It'll be Kernahan against Danaher. Knocked out by Ralph. Holden fumbles that one. He's collared, can't get out. Picked up by Hawke. Well intercepted by Ralph on a hand pass back to Johnson. A balk, a shot at the goals. Will it come around enough? It's a high one. Ah, well played by Roberts. Punched that one through. Played it safe and knocked it away from Hunter. So the difference now, 61 plays, 41. 9-7, 61 Carlton to Sydney, 6 goals, 5-41.
When you're 20 points up, Lou, you probably tend to leave things as they are, but I think I'd have Ralph off and not Blue on.
There's Bradley. I would say Bradley, Blackwell and Kernahan, the 3 danger players. They've played magnificent games, Bob.
They have, Lou.
Bradley 11 kicks and 6 handballs.
Been a great player today. He's been more effective than Williams. The ball back there to Hunter. This fella's not starting to play too badly either. Look at that one. That nearly knocked his head off. If he'd opened his mouth, it had gone right through his throat down to the back of his head.
I'll have Roberts away from Hunter, personally. On replay now. We see the kick from Dorotich. And Hunter. Well, it's quite interesting. We've got the teams of the year tomorrow night, Lou, and I don't think he'll line up in the forward pocket.
Well, I don't know. This fella would always get in my side. I'd play him anywhere, Hunter. I think he's one of the great players to come out of West Australia, one of the great players we've seen here in Victoria of all time. There's the kick, and that's a goal.
Hunter's third
goal, so it's Sydney 6 goals, 5-41. The Carlton started to look like a top side. 10 goals, 7-67. Into this second quarter, the 1986 qualifying final by just on 25 minutes.
They've kicked 9 goals to 1, Bob, since halfway through the first quarter.
So I think I'd be swapping Tui and Roberts at least. I notice they have put Carter now onto Hunter, but I don't think Ian Roberts is the man for Warren Ralph, but well, it doesn't matter much, does it?
26 points. There's a bit of a box on between Hunter and Carter. Terrible feeling that they grabbed him by the front of the jersey too. That could be a pretty strong bloke, Hunter. You don't often see him getting involved in these sort of things, Bob, do you?
No, and the one time he did, Lou, and that was against Collingwood, and that was when Gaffer picked him up, and it really, Hunter didn't play a good game that day, and so I don't blame Rod Carter. That's a backman's job. He's got to upset Hunter. Hunter's on top at the moment, and it's Carter's job to niggle him a little bit.
Well, they've taken Roberts off Hunter, and Carter's giving him something to go on there, giving him a bump, and they're having a real bumping match. They're going to have a bit of a box on. Look at this. Well, there's nothing worse when you're a forward and a player's frustrating you like that because you feel like letting him have one.
Carter's doing nothing wrong. That's the way football should be played.
That's right. What Hunter's got to do is wait and then do something.
When the ball comes down, that's what it really matters.
That's right. So we're back in the centre while these number 13 and number 9 have a bit of a wrestling match. Nice jostling. It's very good to see it happen. Knocked out by Madden. Blackwell couldn't get clear.
But you just can't let it play. I think he's going to get easy, Luke, can you?
That's right. Well, we had plenty, Bob, when it happened there. We see Ironmonger grab Wayne Johnson by the front of the jump and lift him 3 feet off the ground. So the free kick will go now to Browning at centre field. Well, that went to Williams. And finally it's picked up by Bolton. Drives it over the half-forward line. Players position themselves. Coming at the back. Oh, there's a fine mark to there. So the defence is on top.
They're really confident at the moment.
Well, the defence is on top. They're winning all over the ground and they're looking like a darn good side. 10-7, 67. Carlton to Sydney 6-5, 41.
Bradley, brilliant in the first term. Short pass. Let's see how good he is now. Hunter's got the last say. Let's see what he does now. That's goal number 4. He'll turn around the counter and have a few words.
And that's what he's got to say. That's how I play it, son. I'm not worried about that, Buston. That's how you beat them.
All he's got to do is say, look at the scoreboard, mate. Up yours. That's it.
That's exactly what I said before. It's when the ball comes down the ground. It's one thing to be niggling a guy when the ball's 100 metres away. When it's there, when the ball's there is what really counts.
A brilliant pass by Bradley, just the same.
Yes, and there wasn't much that Carter could do. He had to go up the ground, and I don't put any blame on Carter for that one.
27 and a half minutes gone in an action-packed second quarter, trying to knock off early. The Swans getting a bath. Ironmonger up to Morwood. Knock on by Healy. He's been unsighted this quarter. Glasgow. Dorotich. And when Carlton get on top, there's no stopping them. It's almost a mark.
He's pulling hard the man down.
Kick's kick anyway. Danaher to take the ball at half-back.
Well, when they drop it, you can call any free kick if you're blowing the whistle, can't you?
Carlton have kicked 10 out of the last 11 goals. This is Tui on right centre wing. Up to Morwood. Couldn't take the grab. Edmund in front of Dool. Might be in the back. Yes, he's such. And the free kick going the Swans' way. They need everything they can get at the moment. Edmund from right half forward. Into the square. Ironmonger in front. Knocked away by Rhys Jones. Actually and through for one behind. And the scoreboard on 7's Big League. 11-7 to 6-6. And that's a difference of 31 points. Mind you, Carlton came back from a deficit almost as big in the first quarter. I don't know whether the Swans can do the same. Arms. Lovely long kick, but he might have kicked it straight to Neagle, who takes the grab at left half forward flank. 50 metres out. Bradley late on the scene. Neagle shoots. They badly need that one. Neagle puts through his first goal of the afternoon. Only the Swans second for the quarter. 7-6 to 11-7.
Poor defensive work by Carlton there. It was one thing to let Neagle take the mark. There wasn't much they could do about that. But they made no attempt to stop him from playing on. And from playing on, he gained an extra 20 metres. And the goal that was so desperately needed by the Swans.
10 kicks and 5 marks to Merv Neagle, one of the Swans' best contributors so far. That was his first goal. We're into time on. 25 points the difference in favour of Carlton. They look like meeting Hawthorn next week. Mitchell puts the Swans into attack again. The bounce doesn't favour Edmund. Diving on top of it is Hawke. It's Mitchell. Bolton just about caught with the ball. Arms. Spread eagles the pack, doesn't he always, to one of their best today. Blackwell. 20-metre hand pass to Bradley. The big Madden from the edge of the square. Long. Hunter and Carter. Carter gave him one to go on with. Meldrum. Around Roberts. Beautifully done. Oh, soccer goal. Well, if they're front runners, they're playing pretty good football at such. 7-6 to 12-7. The Blues looking brilliant.
As I said earlier in the, or late in the first quarter, Pete, they have the reputation of front runners, but they were 4 goals down at that stage, and they haven't given the front runner reputation much impetus today, because they have come from 4 goals down, and at this stage they're 5 goals up.
Meldrum's third goal. We're just past the 30-minute mark of the second quarter, and umpire Robinson has found a free kick to the Swans.
And the difference now 31 points in favour of Carlton. 12 goals, 779, plays 7 goals, 648.
7 goals this quarter, Lou.
Just on the 31-minute mark, so the siren due to go at any particular clock to finish up the second quarter. Ball kicked well over the half-forward line for the Swans. They badly need a goal here. The ball knocked down by Dean, ran into a brick wall and he hit right. Silvani gets a hand pass, intercepted by Mitchell. He was grabbed. The umpire still called play on back to Edmund. Edmund runs back into trouble. He actually threw that out. Well played by Glasgow. Beautifully spun out of the back. And look at him go, the little winger. Right around towards the members' wing. Kicks the ball over the half-forward line. There's Hunter again. And he's grabbed it. No, he's got play on him. Rightly so, too. He didn't have it all the way.
Hunter pulled up sore.
That allowed Danaher to get it out now to Williams. A long hand pass coming over to Moore. A long way out from goal. Looking up there for cover, but he's pretty well covered. Knocked out by Dill as the go for Redmond. Oh, he's run into trouble. He was too. They just slung him out of the way.
Too slow.
Too slow. That was a strong tackle by Dill. Really flung him about 10 feet that time, and Dill's got the free kick in between centre half back and full back. 31 points the difference in favour of Carlton. A short pass. Dill doing a great job out to Robinson.
Dill's disposal, Lou. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Magnificent. And let's hope he plays another year, Bob. I could stand looking at him again, couldn't you?
Oh, forever.
And the ball comes back to Big Matt. There's the Sailor in the second quarter of the 1986 qualifying final. The Carlton in a pretty handy position. 12 goals, 779. To Sydney, 7 goals, 648. Start of the third quarter, and Carlton off to a great start. They're 31 points in front. Centre bounce, knocked down by Madden, picked up by Williams, shot across there towards Dorotich. He takes the mark. Dorotich was in plenty of trouble in that first quarter and a half with Maud, but he started to settle down a bit. Knocked on by Melbourne. Good play. Into the third quarter by about 30 seconds. The ball goes across to centre half forward. Williams takes a mark, a quick hand pass. And Healy drives it long over the half forward line, but no one there for the Swans, and Silvani takes an easy mark. There it goes out wide, and a good mark taken out here by Neagle, but the umpire's kicked down further field, and that'll go out there to Rhys Jones. So it's Rhys Jones with the ball now, ready to send Carlton deep into attack. Kernahan over the top of the pack. He's paying that mark. Too cold for Tui, and a hand pass to Bradley. Just about the best player on the ground. A long kick at the goal, but he's up target, and it's through for 1 point.
Big task to us of Tui, Lou, in my opinion, to give away height to Kernahan. Tui, certainly a flanker, not a centre half back.
So the scoreboard, it's Carlton 12 goals, 880 to Sydney 7 goals, 648 as we wait now for Browning to bring the ball back into play. The crowd round about the 60,000 mark. And of course they've seen a superb exhibition of football put on by Carlton here as we see the ball pushed on by Johnson, grabbed by Neagle. He slips, or having much luck, over to Little Rod, who shows plenty of pace and goes for the long kick, looking for Danaher, now playing at centre half forward, put off balance that time by Dean. This allowed Wayne Harms to get a beautiful pass out to Bradley, playing a great game in the centre. His kick is across to centre half forward for Carlton. Kernahan in front, punched down. No, it's not. It's Madden, I should say. He's grabbed that mark right in front of Ironmonger. Not that Madden's played a great game here today. He's dropped too many easy marks. Short kick, Hunter. Knocked out by Carter. They've had a bit of a tussle since Carter's gone onto him, but Carter's showing a lot of dash. Comes around to the half-back line, drives the ball out wide, and there's a great mark to Williams. He's a real try, this bloke, even though Bradley's on top.
Williams has kicked down towards the right half forward flank. A mark taken by Danaher. The hand pass back to Williams, who kicked 2 good goals in the first quarter. Dorotich. Not the longest of kicks, but back up towards the centre wing position. A push out, free kick going Carlton's way.
I think we saw an example there, Peter, of how the Swans have dropped away. Their disposal up forward nowhere near as good as it was early in the piece.
Free kick on centre wing.
Warren Ralph right up the ground. It looks like Coleman must be at full back now.
Ralph just short of the centre wing position actually to half forward. Ball knocked on and knocked down to Blackwell. That was a throw, surely.
I reckon it was, Pete.
Well, Roberts misses it. Bernie Evans, this will be the easiest goal he'll ever get. Shoots and puts it through for 4 points. It's a possession. Evans is first. He got a couple of knocks early in the game, Bernie Evans, but he's bounced back pretty well. 13-8 to 7-6 at the MCG.
Yes, and a good piece of play by Blackwell again. Gets the hand pass out. Healy well tackled by Kernahan, and a favourable bounce. On replay we see Bernie Evans, the former Swan, putting the ball through, and there's, what do you think, from Bernie Evans?
Sevens big league from the MCG. 86 now plays 48. Ironmonger over the top to Healy. Good tackle Blackwell. Johnston, kick number 12. And the mark is taken to centre half back by Glenn Coleman.
I'd certainly have McClure out there, even though they're well on top.
Give him a chance, Bob. Browning.
Oh, I'm giving Ralph plenty of chance.
That's out of bounds on the full. I can't do much right at the moment.
All I'm saying, Pete, is I don't think Warren Ralph is doing anything, and I'd have Mark McClure out there.
No point taken. John Dorotich. He's going to give it to Rhys Jones. Jones takes it. Harms. English. I think the only thing that could beat Carlton at the moment would be overconfidence. Roberts. Healy. High kick just off the edge of the square in front of Danaher. Mark taken though by Morwood in front of Harms. Morwood a long way from goal. He's gone for a short pass. And Danaher doesn't let him down, despite the fact that 3 Carlton players were in very close attendance. And Danaher will be at least 55 metres from goal. At the moment he is inside the square. Kappa not really making any sort of a lead. And Danaher will obviously kick long. does, but it's slightly off target. The opportunity is for Dean, but it beats him over the boundary line. We'll see a throw-in to take place in the Swans' left forward pocket as Silvani gets up them.
And we're just over the 5-minute mark of this third quarter. And Carlton in front by 38 points. It's a good way to start this second half. And they're playing with a lot of confidence. Madden juggle that one. It comes back to right. Tries to crash his way through the pack. He's grabbed by Blackwell. Out it goes to Hawke. Balks. There's a hurried kick towards the goals, but he's off target and it's through for 1 point. So the difference now 37 points. 7 goals, 749 Sydney to Carlton, 13 goals, 886. And of course, Bruce Dill has done a great job down there at fullback when you think that Kappa got off to a good start, kicking a goal very early in the piece, Bob.
Quite candidly, Lou, I keep, every time I look at Bruce Dill, I reckon he can still play at 50.
There's the ball kicked up by Browning. A chance for Kappa now to snap and goal. That's a brilliant goal by Kappa. Great goal. Anticipated that beautifully. Great reflexes and through for a goal. 8 goals, 755 Sydney. The Carlton 13 goals, 886.
Well, that's the sort of goal the Swans needed at the moment. Some sort of example, some sort of effort, a little bit above the extraordinary to give them a bit of a lift, and it was a great left foot snap by Warwick Kappa, and that's the type of goal that might be just the thing that the Swans do need.
Just on the 7-minute mark of the third quarter, the difference 31 points. Another goal here will certainly give them a bit of encouragement, the Swans. Knocked out by Ironmonger. We see the ball thrown away that time by Roberts. Comes back here to Bays. They go back into attack. Up it goes there towards the full forward position. Flying high as Kappa nearly grabbed that one. A chance for Kappa again. He's grabbed. Gets the ball back. Road runs into trouble. Can't get clear. Dill taps it out to Doherty. He fumbles the ball. Hawke got one in the back, but the umpire didn't think so. And the umpire will ball it up about 40 metres out from the Sydney Swans goal. You know what, Bob, I wouldn't write this, Bob, up because we've seen them bounce back plenty of times.
You never write them off, Lou. They've got great courage, great desperation, and they keep persisting.
Ball knocked out by Bays. Grabbed by Wright, but he went into Dill, intercepted, kicked off. Good play on the part of Harms. Kicked it in midair that time as it comes out now wide to Glasgow. Down there in the back pocket, it's a high kick back there towards the centre wing position.
Madden not having the best of days today, but Ironmonger and Madden haven't really had much influence on the game. Evans gets put out of business by a good hip and shoulder from Murphy, and the throw-in will take place on the Swans' right half forward flank. Mr. Madden against Ironmonger again, won by Ironmonger. Finally at the second tap, he gets it down to Bays. Silvani in pursuit, not a good hand pass. Intercepting is Bradley. He's played well today for Carlton. It's out of bounds at the 50-metre line. Bradley 14 kicks and 8 handballs so far with 7 marks, certainly one of the best afield. Ironmonger with Madden. Ironmonger wins that one, gets it down to Williams, to Bolton. English in pursuit, he won't catch him. That snapshot's going pretty close, and he's popped it through. So the Swans coming back at Carlton a little bit. 13-8, 86 to 9-7, 61.
Well, it's only 25 points the difference. Now, that's not an impossible leeway to pick up, Bob.
Well, the important thing about it at the moment is the tempo of the play, and the Swans are dictating the tempo at the moment. Carlton having trouble getting the ball into their forward area, and so with the Swans holding sway as far as possession of the ball is concerned, if they can get the next couple of goals, a big difference.
Bolton's first goal gives the Swans some sort of heart. 86 plays 21. Carlton still lead by 25. Bays to Williams was good play. A good tackle too by Evans. Back to Bays. Can't handle it. Plenty of fumbling at centre field, but it's left to English. Browning at half-back marks over the top of Meldrum. Mark Browning, of course, was in the Swans' last final side back in 1977. Silvani steals it at left centre wing. Long hand pass to Bradley. Kick number 15 from 50 metres out. Long shot. Is a goal, I think. Yes, it is. Great play, Bradley, as the runner comes out expeditiously to him. And Carlton answer with another one. 14-8 to 9-7.
And once again, we saw the part of the forward. When Bradley took the hand pass, lined up, there were leads coming everywhere on the Carlton forward line, and it left the forward line open. Kenny Hunter started off in the square, led up the ground, took Carter with him, and it gave the open goal for Craig Bradley to put it through.
10 minutes gone of the third quarter. 31 points the difference in favour of Carlton. That's the goal that the Swans didn't want the Carlton mob to get. Knocked out by Ironmonger. Back to Rhys Jones. He does likewise. Murphy's on the ground. Cop one a bit high. Grabbed out by Bolton, the left footer over the half-forward line, but Doherty's has got the chance to mark this one. He does, right on the 50-metre defence line. To get a 15-metre penalty against Kappa here. It'll bring him right up to the edge of the square.
And that was the greatest act of all time from Doherty, so it shouldn't have been 15 metres.
There's the ball shot out now towards Browning and Meldrum. Punched out by Browning, going after this road. Gets a quick kick over the half-forward line. Knocked away again by Tui. He played a very good first half, but he had trouble with Meldrum. The ball sits short. Down to Herbert. Too strong that time, English. That's the old team over to Doyle. Back to Doherty. Hooks it out wide, looking for Reece Jones. Gets around Bolton beautifully. Now he's in a bit of trouble. They pounce on him there. The umpire said, hold them, don't play on. As we see Roberts break clear out there on the centre wing position. Drives it down there a little way. Oh, he's got one around the neck. That should be a 15-metre penalty.
He would have got more than that yesterday.
Copway, I think he got one. This gives him a chance to kick a goal. So this will make the difference. 25 points and still keep them in the game.
On replay now, we see Ian Roberts putting the ball forward. And there's the reason for the 15-metre penalty.
No doubt about that. Good decision by umpire Clayton. He's only about 15 metres out right. Fires. And that's a goal. So it's 25 points the difference. 11 and a half minutes gone of this third quarter, and the Sydney side still in the fight. 10 goals, 7-67 to Carlton. 14 goals, 8-92.
And Stevie Wright hasn't been a busy player today. Blackwell has been by far the best of the small players on the ground, but you know that Stevie Wright will just keep persisting, and let's hope that continues with that reward.
Stevie Wright bringing up the Swans' 10th goal. They still trailed by 25 points. They trailed by 31 at half-time, after both sides were level on that score at quarter-time. 5-1 each. Swans into attack again. Doherty on his own. Straight down the ground. Looking for Johnston. Doesn't let him down. Marking over the top of Holden. Looking for a 15-metre penalty. Hunter and Carter. Over the top was Kernahan. Blackwell. On point. Hit the post, actually. So it makes the difference 26 points now. 14-9 to 10-7. 67 plays 93. We've been playing nearly 13 minutes in the third quarter. As Carter prepares to bring the ball back. He'll favour the outer side, albeit slightly. Coleman has it punched away from him by Ralph. Ironmonger. Well, the ball doesn't bounce too kindly for Tui. Bradley subsequently beats him to it. Ball knocked to the ground and picked up by Bolton. Gets it over to Coleman. His kick is short. Ironmonger's smother was effective. Now it goes to Bradley. Kernahan. Road. His shot is not quite long. Well, it's long enough, but not accurate enough. And the Carlton defender puts it through for 1 point. He moved well down the ground. 14-10 to 10-7.
27 points the difference, Pete.
Carlton bombarding the goals. Kicked 2 this quarter. 2-3 actually, as Browning brings the ball back this time. In front is English. Over the top is Johnston. It's a Carlton marker. One of them will pay at the man in front.
Now the umpire's not paying. As we see a bit of a box on between Johnson and Hawke.
I thought it was a mark to English.
The umpire didn't pay it, Bob. It'll be a ball up on Carlton's half-forward on about 65 metres out from their goal. They're 27 points in front into this third quarter by 14 minutes. Knocked out by Ironmonger, picked up by Bolton, and look at him go. He's got to get the bounce. Here he does. He fumbles. He gets a hand pass out to Hawke, and a good one. There's a go for them to get deep into attack. Looking for Kappa down there. The ball punched away by Dean it was. Down goes Reece Jones. They pounce on top of him. There's 4 of them. And we'll see what happens here. Robertson going across to sort things out.
No doubt a Reece Jones free kick.
Well, he'll get it. He certainly pounced on him then. The umpire straddling Bolton. Certainly a dust bowl up each end of the ground around that centre, full forward position.
Right down the centre, actually.
That's right. Waiting for Reece Jones. The kick. Punched out by Murphy. Nearly marked it, actually. He forces the ball down. Road cop one on the head as he tried to get it out. Finally, it comes out now to Neagle. A hand pass back to Healy. Spins away beautifully from Matt. Another hand pass to Moore. There's another chance to go deep into attack. A pass to Danaher with inside the 50-metre attacking line. By the time he kicks us, he'll be 50 metres out. I think it could be a bit too far for him. But they're trailing by 27 points. They get a goal here now, Bob. It'll work wonders for them.
They're playing a lot better, Lou.
As we said before in the early part of the game, that they won't throw the sponge in for sure. There's a long kick, but he's off target. No, it's a goal. What a beauty now. The difference only 21 points. And the Swans are back in this ball game. 14-10-94 Carlton to Sydney. 11 goals, 7-73. And we're just on the 16-minute mark of this third quarter.
Watch on replay, a lovely kick from Tony Danaher, but the little fellow who was responsible for that goal, no doubt David Murphy. He set things up from the middle, got the ball out, got it forward, and so real responsibility, David Murphy.
It's past the 16-minute mark of the quarter. That was Danaher's first goal, a very valuable one for the Swans. Rhys Jones' hand pass, picked up by Silvani, Bayes in pursuit. Mark to Blackwell, Evans at the edge of the square, long kick, Carter and Hunter, and the mark taken by Rod Carter. I don't think there's any love lost between those two this afternoon.
They'll probably have a drink after them. It's just the same.
It's football, mate.
That's right.
To Neagle, that's the way it should be played. Up the centre field, that's going to be a free kick to Johnston, surely. The advantage well played. Road takes advantage of that. Carter, well played, gets it away from Hunter. He dished one out there. The umpire didn't see that. Glasgow went down. Healy to centre wing. Harms. Bolton decked Bradley. He hasn't moved. Umpire coming in to talk to him. Play continues downfield. I was watching Mr. Bolton.
Ralph coming off, McClure on.
And Kernahan in the meantime has the mark.
Well, they're getting a bit concerned because the Swans are certainly playing a lot better now, Bob.
I can't understand why when Ralph was playing so poorly, McClure wasn't on the ground earlier.
Well, he's an experienced finals player. He's played some great games on this ground, McClure.
For goal number 5, Steve Kernahan. 9 kicks so far, 8 marks and 2 handballs. Carlton had the answer. 5 goals to the South Australian. And Carlton seemingly at every corner having the Swans measure 15-10, 100 to 11-7-73. Once again, the difference is 27 points.
Great effort from centre-half forward, that Bob, by Kernahan.
Lou, as we've often said about the most important position on the ground, and on replay we saw Glasgow cop one there, and once again on replay it's the goal from Stephen Kernahan, his 5th.
Just past the 18-minute mark of the term now. Kernahan's 5th goal, knocked down by Madden, but not very far. Chance for Johnson overruns the ball. Road, just about caught. Healy. Williams. Lovely to get around Silvani and Harms. On to Healy again. Long hand pass intended for Bolton. If he can pick it up and get clear, he can't. They descend on him pretty quickly. Williams got one in the back. Rhys Jones wants to go on with it from him.
It's holding the ball against Bolton, I think.
Yes,
Pete.
it is, Pete.
If the whistle had gone when he was tackled by those 2 Carlton players, it would be a Carlton free kick in the back pocket.
Wayne Harms is limping. Not to lose him, but the Swans certainly looking a lot better now as we see Harms. He moves okay that time, and a beautiful pass out wide to Bradley, the best player on the ground. A long kick down to McClure. McClure and Coleman go off, and Hunter grabs it. He's grabbed again by Coleman. Can't get clear, but he won't give in, Hunter. That's his style. No, it's Carter coming out. Carter, good play. A short pass, a good one. Warwood's got it. And there's no doubt about it. The Swans looking a lot better as the ball goes back to Williams at centre field. Over to right. And they're full of running now as he drives it down towards that forward line. But Madden's there. He's grabbed by Danaher. He's lost it. Bayes has got a chance to score a goal. Fires. And it's a goal. So the difference, 21 points. And the Sydney boys are really giving them a fight here today.
A very loose play by Dorotich, had made no attempt to go with Morwood, and then when the ball came forward, Justin Madden, who's putting in a shocker today, and the loose ball coming from Madden out to Mark Bayes, and 2 goals now to Mark Bayes, and the Swans back in business.
Just on the 20-minute mark. Wayne Harms still in a bit of trouble.
21 points the difference, just on the 20-minute mark, and that was Bays' second goal.
And they're looking good as we see Murphy send it back towards their half-forward. There's a race going on between Glasgow and Healy. Good play by Healy over to Morwood. He pounced off, bit of bad luck. He went down, he gets a head pass, knocked on by Healy, and it's picked up now by Road at half-back. He shoots it down to the half-forward line. Off the top of the pack, McClure fumbles the ball, kicked off the ground again by Madden, but that'll be a free kick and a mark to Hawk. Blackwell couldn't do anything else. Quick hand pass comes out to Eagle. Down it goes, and Blaze has got it. They're certainly playing a lot better now, Sydney. As we said before, you can't write them up. They'll fight it out to the bitter end. Danaher in front, they're all there. Williams fumble the ball, goes after it again, copped a high one, but the umpire said plain as Danaher's grabbed, and the umpire said he'll be holding the ball. That was a good tackle by Bernie Evans. So Evans to take the free kick out there at half-back. 21 minutes gone of this third quarter, the 1986 qualifying final. The difference 21 points in favour of the Blues, and they looked as though they were going easy, but they've got a fight on their hands now.
Mark missed by Tui at centre wing.
I think Blackwell fell for the 3-card trick then. He was about to go for the mark and let it go.
21 points the difference. So the Swans have made up 10 points since half-time, and we've been playing 21 minutes into this quarter. Kernahan. If Bradley's not best on the ground, then he's in line for that honour. Williams and Johnston. Too high the tackle. Williams deserves a bit of luck because I thought he should have got a free kick about a minute and a half ago.
Oh, golly!
Rhys Jones went down. That'll be a booking, will it? Or will it not?
I think Robertson's been around a long time. I think he wants to go up to the tribunal Monday night, considering there's 11 reports to handle on Monday night from yesterday's match, Pete.
No, he probably said it was a long way beyond before midnight.
That's right.
Well, that was definitely a high tackle.
And here's the other one.
Whoops.
Well, let him have it, all right.
Did he what?
Not much.
It was there, but not too much. He might have had his number taken yesterday. Wayne Harms, who's playing a good game, good solid game as he usually does. Meldrum, Bradley. Oh, beautiful interception from Browning. Carlton just looking a little bit too flash.
A little bit too cocky.
Yes.
And that is fatal, being overconfident against this crowd, because they're like Fitzroy. They never know when to quit, Pete.
Well, we've seen two examples, yesterday and today so far, of sides just being prepared to put in all the time.
Ian Roberts perhaps lucky not to be penalised for holding the ball there. And it will be a bounce in Carlton's full forward position. 3/4 minutes into the
Harms coming off, Pete.
third quarter as Wayne Harms looks a little bit proppy, heading towards the interchange bench. McClure up high. Can't quite take it away. And umpire Ian Robinson will once again bounce it.
The ball up about 30 metres out from the Carlton goal. 21 points the difference. 79 plays 100. Wayne Harms off the ground and Robertson on the ground for Carlton. Knocked out by Coleman. Bernie Evans has a wild shot, doesn't cover any distance. As a matter of fact, it goes back to great mark to Meldrum.
Was that 10 metres?
I don't know whether it's about 50 metres.
Hunter and Carter on behind play.
Well, we've got a few little bits of scrimmaging going. Poor old McClure was just down there minding his own business. He went down. They fell on top of him. No one hit him.
I've never known Mark to mind his own business.
Well, he was then. I think when you get a bit older, you've got to mind your own business because the reflexes are not so good, are they?
It was a great mark though to Meldrum. He stood his ground well. He judged it to perfection. He stood his ground well. Well, we saw one earlier that went further than that, I think.
They never played it. Well, we wait now for Meldrum from about 25 metres out directly in front to put Carlton back 27 in front by 27 points, but they've had a pretty tough quarter. Meldrum going for goal number 4. What's he done? Well, that is a goal, so it is 27 points again.
Even though the Swans have really come back and put up an excellent performance in this third quarter, they've only gained 4 points for the quarter. There was the mark on replay. Not really good defensive work by the Swans. We see Wayne Harms on the interchange bench getting a little bit of treatment, and he too has played well.
Approaching the time on period now of the third quarter. That was Meldrum's 4th goal, 106 plays 79.
27 points the difference as Madden knocks the ball out. Overrunning the ball was Holden. Coming out as Neagle. He let Reece Jones have one before. Still got it over there now to Williams at centre field. Drives it out wide. That's Kappa and Dill. Good play by Kappa as he sends it down there to Morwood. It doesn't bounce right. We see right over running the ball too. That gave Dorridge the break he wanted. He went for the boundary line. Just got it in and it's out of bounds. Going to relieve a bit of pressure down there.
He showed relief on his face.
That's right too. He said, thank God I got rid of that. Ball back into play now from about 50 metres out from the Swans' goal. Ironmonger got that one down. Picked up by Wright. A hand pass. Comes back to Bolt. Gets around the big fella, but Robertson grabs him. He tried to do a little bit too much. Good tackle by Robertson. Going through was Williams, but the umpires decided to ball it up right on the Swans' 50-metre attacking line.
Great play by Shane Robertson, as you call Lou. He really did put the defensive work in the right manner.
Just on the 26-minute mark. Still 27 points the difference. 106 plays 79 in favour of Carlton. Knocked out by, there's a go now for Bolton. Go for one, he kick it. He should have kicked it. He went for a hand pass. In comes Kappa, can't get clear. Dill swamps him there, and the umpire will ball. I can't understand why Bolton didn't have a shot there.
He probably agrees with you, Lou, now that it's over.
That's right.
So a bounce. Swans must get a goal here to have any chance in the final quarter. Madden make sure that they don't, though, and thumps it through for 1 point.
That'd have been you, Bob, you would have let fly. The Rovers never pass, do they?
Don't put words in my mouth, just because you were hungry.
Just because you've got words to spare, Lou.
Could be.
26 and a half minutes gone. Dool looks for Dorotich. Morwood got a mile and a half in the air. They've almost been penalised, actually.
He had his eyes on the ball, according to the umpire.
Neagle. At the back is Bolton. This time goes for another hand pass. Danaher is caught, though. Dean diving on top of the ball, throws it out to Glasgow.
Certainly did.
Johnston chips it short, up towards centre wing. Mark taken by Bradley.
Kernahan was on his own for an hour.
Didn't see. Hawke goes down to pick him up. But Bradley in turn goes for the long kick, bypassing him. Roberts have to get rid of this pretty quickly. Good tackle by Bernie Evans, but Browning's the one to come out with the ball. Might have been touched off the boot actually by Evans. It's past McClure. Chance for English. Now McClure again in the thick of things. Still can't do much with it. Tapped out by Rode. Picked up by Murphy. Murphy's kick is long and high to half forward. Underneath it is Dean. At the back is Danaher. Dean claims the mark and will be paid by the umpire.
What a solid game down there in defence today.
Yes, doesn't let them down very often, Peter Dean.
Looks for Reece Jones. Thought about playing on. Goes for the short pass. English snaps it up on centre wing. Robertson. Robertson's kick long. The left half forward flank. Knocked away by Tui. Gives Kernahan the opportunity. Kernahan from the 50-metre line. Madden says go. They all say go. He's had a shot at goal and missed it. Put it through for one behind. Kernahan's already kicked 5. 5 goals, 2. Thank you, Robert. 80 players, 107, so 27 points the difference. And the mark taken by Neagle at the 50-metre defence line, close to three-quarter time, 28 and a half minutes gone.
Neagle decides to go for a run. If he doesn't hurry up and kick, he could lose. Coleman cut Meldrum one right behind play, then shook him up a bit. There's a strong mark taken by Healy. Down towards the Swan centre half forward position. Over to Williams. Doesn't waste a kick very often. That's a beautiful pass. And Danaher's got it from about 50 metre out. I think the distance could be too far for him, Bob. But he's usually a pretty good kick, this fellow.
He kicked a lovely goal earlier in the quarter, Lou, and on the other side of the ground from a fairly acute angle and probably about the same distance.
Let's see what he can do with this one. There it is. Won't come around enough. Oh, that's Morwood going up high. Pushed on again by Robertson. There's Bradley. He's the best player on the ground by a mile. This fella's just about second or third to Blackwell as he grabs the ball out there at half back. A long hand pass over to English on the centre wing position. Another one over to Bernie Smith. He's got a Bernie Evans, I should say. Goes for a pass. And, he didn't pay that mark to Hunter, but bouncing on it. That was Johnson over to Meldrum. This could be a goal coming up. Hit the post. Hit the bottom of the post. And he's limping too.
He kicked the ground, I think, actually.
So the difference, 28 points. Ball back into play now by Browning out to Stevie Wright on his own. Now Stevie Wright's got the entire member side of the ground to go for a run. Down went Bradley, and Wright drives the ball over the half-forward line. They all fly. No one can take the mark. Morwood goes for a hand pass, picked up by Danaher, sidesteps and gets around Silvani. Back it comes to Kappa and Dool. Kappa flies. He's going to play that mark. He said play on. Kappa's disgusted. I wouldn't have played it either, as the ball is cleared out there the road. Couldn't hold the mark. Danaher comes in. Plenty of pressure by both sides. Good play by Wright as he gets it back to Murphy and shoots it up there towards Morwood again. He flied, but there's a strong marking defence.
Like you, Lou, as Peter Road has the cramp, I certainly wouldn't have played the mark to Kappa.
I wouldn't have either. We see Reece Jones's kick is out there to Blackwell on his own. Got away from Holden. Out there on the centre wing position. Just on 31 minutes gone. The difference 28 points still in favour of Carlton. McClure. And the Carlton skipper runs to an open goal. Fires. And he might have sucked this one through for a goal. He has. Now they're all absolutely static about him kicking that one. 17-12, 114 Carlton to Sydney. 12 goals, 880.
Yes, excellent teamwork there. There's Wayne Johnson after taking the hand pass from Wayne Blackwell, and McClure having all the time in the world. And so after a good quarter of football by the Swans, Carlton have actually gained 3 points. Road off the ground, Warren Ralph back on.
31 and a half minutes. That was McClure's first goal of the game. Of course, he spent the first half of the match on the interchange bench. Knocked down to Bolton. Silvani and English have the front running. Neither of them unable to pick it up. Now it's English finally gets rid of it. Over to Dorotic. Dorotic's short pass to half forward. Carter diving on top of Hunter, must get a free kick. At least I would have thought so. But the siren goes anyway, so it matters little. But they still want to go on with it, that pair. 17-12, 114. Hunter thought he should have got a free kick to the Sydney Swans. 12-8, 80 points. Final quarter of the 1986 qualifying final. Carlton leading the Sydney Swans by 34 points. They led by 31 at half-time. The Swans played good football in the third term, but they can't go goal for goal with the Blues. You've got to get some quick ones on the board. English loses out. Picked up by Wright at centre field. Tries to get around Bradley, the best player on the ground. Kappa and Dool. Dean. Out of defence well with the long kick. Gutsy mark taken by Johnston in front of Roberts. Johnston dummies the hand pass. Thought about giving it to Blackwell, who's also played a good game. Johnston to half forward. That's a mark or free kick to Tui. He's actually played the free kick to Tui for holding the man. So he looks as though he's got a spot of grey in his hair. I think it's a piece of white paint from the centre square. Mark, and a good one at that to Williams. On to Bolton. He played a good third quarter. Bolton from my half forward flank, no one chasing. Long shot at goal. Kappa hasn't taken too many marks today, but that was a strong grab in front of Dool. Got sticky hands, this fellow. When he gets his hands on it, the ball usually props there.
I think we saw another example there of that you do have to leave your man and run at them, because it just allowed Bolton to come down the ground, do as he liked, and made it hard for Bruce to do it.
Warwick Kappa for goal number 3. Missed it.
He never looked like kicking that, did he? Really?
He doesn't miss too many, Kappa, I must admit. But I must agree with that too, Luke. He didn't look like kicking it. So the Swans now 12-9, Carlton 17-12 as we approach the 2-minute mark of the term. Dool, by and large, has had Kappa pretty well covered, although the ball hasn't been delivered to him too well. Blackwell has the sit, gave his opponent a little bit of a nudge in the back, knock on by Wright, but it's picked up by Reece Jones, back to English, in turn to Hawke. Close to the boundary line on centre wing. Blackwell goes down with the ball. Wright dives in with him, and umpire Clayton will bounce it.
Just over the 2-minute mark of this last quarter. The difference 33 points. It'll be a throw-in from the centre wing position on the outer side. Now it'll be a ball up. 81 plays, 114. Well, knocked out by Madden. English's kick is smothered. Ironmonger goes for the long hand pass. Intercepted by Dorrit as he's collared by Williams as he went to crash through the pack, and the umpire will ball it up once again.
Should be a free kick against them when they try and crash it.
Well, that's right. Williams stopped him in his tracks. Of course, Williams has had his hands full today. Bradley playing on. Williams is the best player on the ground. Williams has still done some very nice things as he tries to get a hand pass out there, and the ball is out of bounds. Still out of bounds, but Carlton gradually, or the Swans gradually working it around to their half-forward line, about 60 metres out from their goal. But they badly need a goal quickly to give themselves a bit of a lift. Knocked on by Bradley again. Another scrimmage developing, and finally it's English getting a hand pass out there. Overrun the ball was Holden, recovers okay, gets it back. Murphy's in trouble, over to right on the boundary line, spins beautifully away from Silvani. It's a high kick back towards the half-forward line. Oh, the little fella, he's got the ball away from him too. Good play by Williams, over to Browning. His kick was smothered. He's dropped a few marks today, Matt. We see Harms back on the ground again as they pile up. Dill gets a head pass back to Harms. And that's the old combination together there out wide. Coming out to meet it now is McClure. Goes the big punch. And the ball will go out of bounds.
Oh, just.
At least it'll give his teammates a chance to come over and cover their opponents there. And I think McClure was struggling a bit. He would have grabbed that a couple of years ago without any worry. Knocked out by Matt, back there to Blackwell. Over it goes to Bradley. Well collared. A good tackle by Neagle. And the ball is out of bounds. But this time it's on the member side of the ground on the centre wing position. So into this quarter by just over 4 minutes. That's the last of the 1986 qualifying final. 17-12, 114 Carlton to Sydney's 12 goals, 981.
Merv Neagle on centre wing. Bernie Evans in pursuit. Neagle, a short pass into the square where he finds Holden. And Holden goes long. Knocked away by Dean. Picked up by Hawke, and a good tackle by Dean. Too high.
Yes, he got him too high, Pete.
Hawke gets up a little bit gingerly, rubbing the left thigh, but he seems to be okay. Let's take a look at it again.
There's no doubt about that.
Yes, the left arm was the one that did the damage on the shoulder. And an opportunity for Hawke to bring the Swans a little bit closer as we approach the 5-minute mark of the final term.
It's getting a bit chilly here today at the MCG.
6 kicks to Hawke and 4 handballs. Has put it through for a goal, a very valuable 1 or 2 second, and the Swans still in with a chance. The scoreboard 17-12, 114 to 13-9, 87.
That's a good pressure goal by Paul Hawke. An excellent player. Not the quickest player in the world, but really does the job week in, week out.
Major goal kicker for Carlton is Steve Kernahan. Hunter has 4 and Meldrum has 4. And 4 players now for the Swans have 2 goals. Hawke is one of them. 114 plays 87 as we approach the 6-minute mark of the final term. Trying to crash through is Blackwell. And the umpire has penalised him for holding the ball. Perhaps that's a little bit harsh. Free kick going the Swans' way. Not Roberts, but Healy will now take it. Healy to Nagel. Bolton running with him, makes the play, takes the hand pass. Bolton over the top of English. To Hawke at the edge of the square. Williams at the 50-metre line. Good shepherding from Ironmonger. Long shot by the Swan centre man is off target and through for a point. Scoreboard in the qualifying final 13-10. The Swans and Carlton 17-12. That's a difference of 26 points. 26
points the difference into this quarter by just on 6.5 minutes.
Carlton's running hasn't really gone on in this term so far, Lou.
Short pass over to Reece Jones down there in the back pocket. Runs to the 50-metre defence line. Goes for a short pass. It's okay. It's grabbed there by English. So English is out there on that half-back flank. Ball knocked to the ground. Coming in to meet it now is Hawke. Oh, they pushed him into that. That gave him a running start. Now he's clear. Drives it well over the half-forward line down to right and Harms. Harms gets one hand to it. Recovers beautifully now. He's in a bit of trouble, but he gets away from Kappa. Kappa won't give in. Oh, he went the safe way out. He nearly got hold of the ball against him. Kappa's going mad. He said, how about a hold the ball decision?
He punched it through.
I thought he was could have got the hold the ball against Harms, Bob.
He did punch it though, Lou.
Okay, the ball falls short once again. Reece Jones left on his own, takes that mark down there in the back pocket. And it's out of bounds. The 2 big fellas trying to battle for it, but it beats them both, and it's out of bounds on the centre wing position. Set. Well, I reckon it was nearly holding the ball. Yes. He threw it down.
Actually, must agree with you on that.
He punched it through for right.
Now, before he punched it, Bob.
Yeah, well, you've got to be tackled and while you're in possession, Lou.
All right, mate. We won't argue as it comes out to Blackwell, back to Bernie Evans. The kick is over the half-forward line. Oh, he nearly grabbed that, Hunter, but Carter didn't give in. Kicked it off the ground. It rebounded back to Meldrum. Come 3 Swans, but finally it's Holden picking it up, kicking it out wide to the centre wing position. It's a race between Morwood and Dorridge. Down goes Dorridge and Morwood's collared him. It might be holding the ball. The umpire called play on. As we see Bays go down. There's a stack up there on that centre wing position, and the umpire will ball it up. It'll be
limping.
I see that Dorridge is in a bit of trouble.
He's just got the cramp, Dorridge.
It'll be a ball up on the centre wing position just over the 8-minute mark. The difference 25 points. As it comes back now to Danaher, lost that one, ran into his own mate as we see Reece Jones pick it up, hook it back towards Blackwell. Couldn't hold the mark, recovered okay, but a good tackle that time by Browning. Roberts goes for the hand pass and the ball is out of bounds. They're still not giving in, the Swans, even though they're trailing by 25 points, and they still give themselves a bit of a show, I reckon.
Yes, we've got a way to go yet. 8 3/4 minutes gone. Final term. Boundary throw in. Member stand side. Over the top was Kernahan. Tui. Oh, Holden gets a rotten bounce, but his mate backs him up well at Mitchell. Or Murphy it was, onto Healy. Healy at left half forward flank. Oh, threw it back into play. Could have been penalised for that. I think he conceded that it had gone out. Danaher. Back to Healy again. Ironmonger. Hawk. Bolton onto right, but in the forward pocket and out of bounds.
They've had a chance to get a couple of goals closer, Bob, this quarter, haven't they?
The momentum's gone from the Carlton game, Lou.
That's right. They've got to get another goal or another 2 goals, Pete, and you'll see the Blues will be in plenty of trouble. They've got to get them.
Yes, getting them.
That's right. It's easier said than done, isn't it?
That's right. Carlton has the score on the board. The Swans have to pick them back. 9.5 minutes gone. Madden in the centre of the pack, knocked away from Kernahan, picked up by Neagle. Neagle's hand pass is effective to Danaher. A high kick. Dorridge in the centre, punches it clear for Bradley or Silvani. Neither can take it. Dorridge again over the top of Bradley. Not a good hand pass. Robertson and Murphy, a trip. Carlton free kick for such. Robertson left half back flank, getting the Blues out of danger. Johnston and Holden. Knocked away by the Swans player. Johnson first to recover. Might be content to see the ball over the line. It is out. Throw-in will follow on the centre wing. Official attendance this afternoon, 66,016 spectators. So around about 126,000 fans attending the elimination final and the qualifying match for 1986. In view of the conditions yesterday, the VFL I think would be pretty happy. Healy knocks that one down. Picked up by Holden. Holden's kicked a half forward. Dorridge spilt one he should have taken. In comes Wright. It's quite a fairly good game for the Swans. He's put that one high down to Capper and Doyle. Capper at the back. Can't grab it, and through for another point. So the Swans having plenty of opportunities, but they haven't been able to convert them. 13-12 to 17-14. 24 points the difference. Doyle again to Reece Jones. They've got away with that a lot today.
Well, that's the 3rd time they've got away with that in this quarter, and of course this is on the other side of the ground now as Reece Jones's kick falls a bit short, punched away by Bolton. Evans is well collared by Healy. Was it in the back? Now the umpire will ball it up. That was a good tackle by Healy. So it'll be a ball up. That's been the feature of their play all this year too, the Swans, Bob. They've tackled very well indeed.
Yes, they've done it well, Lou, and their aggression, and they're still putting a lot of aggression into their game at this very moment. In fact, more than Carlton right now.
Bolton gets it over to Neagle. That's a hurried kick out towards centre half forward. Ball tapped down towards Hawk. Spins out of the pack. Beautiful. There's a chance for a goal now. And he's put it through. And the difference is only 18 points. Oh, they've got a chance now. 14-12, 96 Sydney to Carlton, 17-12, 114. I might go along with you, Bob. They may have lost their momentum, Carlton.
I really think so, Lou, and an excellent goal on replay. Paul Hawke, his 3rd goal, and he has been one of the players responsible for bringing them back.
12 minutes gone of this last quarter, and the Sydney Swans back in with a chance. Only 18 points the difference.
Swans have got to get the next one, Luke.
That's right. It's been a great game here today. We've seen a great exhibition of football by both sides. Centre bounce. Knocked down over that time to Blackwell. He's grabbed as he tries. So is Johnson. Collin, and the umpire said it'll be a ball up again. The Blues have played spectacular football, but the Swans have kept at it, and they've been at it all the time, and of course their tackling has been a feature, and that's why they're still in with a chance. Only 18 points down. Knocked out by Madden over to Reece Jones. Grabbed that one beautifully. Spun away from his opponent. Over it goes now to Blackwell. Up there towards the full forward position. Carter knocks it away from Hunter. Scouting out nicely was Roberts. Over it goes now to Browning, and they take it away from the danger zone. There's a chance for the Swans to go deep into attack now. Holden can grab it okay. He does. Gets around his opponent, goes for a short pass. It'll be okay, and Hawke coming to the game. He got the mark, slipped, bad luck that time. He was going to get off quickly. Over it goes to Coleman. Coleman back there to Ironmonger. That was dangerous, but Ironmonger tapped it on, but there's no one there for the Swans. Picked up by English, a long hand pass back towards their half-back line. Picked up by Dorrit. It's a bad kick, and there's a chance for him to go. That'll be a 15-metre penalty, I should imagine. No, he's not paying it. Roberts with the ball now at centre field. Up towards their centre-half forward position. Kappa comes out. He got away from Dool. He's taken the mark. Right on the point of the square. A quick hand pass to Browning. And this fella can kick a football. It's off target. And he's put it out of bounds to the disgust of Bob Skill.
I was just thinking about how every time you use somebody a rap,
Yeah, they do.
He never looked like kicking that, but he is one of the best kicks in the side. Silvani. Name on it, Kernahan. And he's been the best big man on the ground. And he's kept it off with 5 goals. Bradley would be BOG in my book, and I think the books of many others. Glasgow on centre wing shows a good turn of speed to get clear of Williams and puts Carlton deep into attack. Up towards the square. Carter and Hunter having a great duel. Out comes Murphy. Short pass. Coleman at half-back flank.
Slow to a bit of a walk, Carlton, Pete.
Yes, the Swans are getting there, albeit slowly. Bolton around the member stand flank. He's gone for a pass to left half forward flank. Over the top was Madden, couldn't take it. Harms backs him up well. Gets it clear of Stevie Wright. And it's out of bounds. The Swans left half forward line.
Your goal here now would make it pretty interesting, and they make it 12 points the difference.
It would make it interesting, wouldn't it?
It certainly would.
And they've been doing most of the attacking in the final quarter too. The Swans, the loser, plays Fitzroy in the first semi-final. The winner to tackle Hawthorn in the second semi. Madden's knocked down. Tahiri. Stalemate.
I don't know what you think, Bob. I think they're playing with a lot more strength too, the Swans. They're really going in as if they mean it.
At this stage, Lou, if there wasn't a scoreboard to look at, you would imagine the Swans were in front.
That's right.
Bounce from umpire Clayton at the Swans' left half forward flank, about 65 metres from goal. Madden and Ironmonger, won by the Carlton player. Sharked by Neagle. The hand pass though was to no one. And a throw-in will follow, almost in the identical position.
It's the Swans dictating terms at the moment, showing far more aggression, showing far more desire.
Well, I think Carlton would have expected that in the final quarter. Nonetheless, Ironmonger and Madden lock arms. Ironmonger wins it subsequently. Well, here he overruns it, gives the opportunity to English to spin out onto Bradley, who throws the ball to ground pretty quickly. Still gets his kick in, so well played. Over the top, Coleman went for the punch and missed. Holden, right, Neagle, long handball. Williams in possession. He'll look for someone on the run. Finds Browning in good position. Browning a short pass. On the Bolton, can he gain his balance? Silvani's right there with him. Good hip and shoulder by Wayne Harms. Put him right out of business.
That was a great bump by him. He was off balance. It shook him up a bit.
If he never had a chance to gain his balance
That's
there.
right.
A good defence by the veteran Carlton player. Let's watch it again. He's stumbling here. Almost got one in the back.
Oh, it's a good bump, wasn't it?
Lovely bump.
Got him right when he had the wrong foot in the air. Harms to the outer side, brings the ball back.
And the ball back out there, 17 points the difference. Knocked out by Browning. A chance again for Murphy to send them deep into attack. It's a high kick back there towards Kappa and Dool. Kappa flies, knocks the ball to the ground. Coming in now, there's a chance for Bolton again to have a snapshot of goal. At goal, he winds and turns. He's put it through. Is it a goal or a point? A point, so the difference now, 16 points?
Would have made a big difference, that one.
Certainly would. Shows a lot of pace, that Bolton.
But they're playing better at the moment, and it's still only midway through the term.
That's right, 14-14, 98 to 17-12, 114. Just on the 17-minute mark, and the Swans still have a big chance as we see going through the pack was Healy. Hooks the ball back. It's all the Swans, and they're into attack all this quarter so far. It's tapped out to Williams. Down he goes. Did he get one in the back? The umpire said no, it'll be a ball up right on the 50-metre mark. About, well, it's a bit inside the 50-metre mark. It's centre-half forward there for the Swans.
I think it's been the day that the umpires have looked kindly on Greg Williams.
No, hasn't got the best of trots at all.
Ironmonger and Madden knocked out by Ironmonger. A hurried kick by Blackwell in the centre of the ground. Johnson and Holden get under. Browning comes in, scoops it up beautifully. The kick is a high one back to centre-half forward. A chance for Madden to mark. He didn't drop that one. He gets a few ironical cheers from the crowd too, because he's dropped a few easy ones today as we see Harms go for the long kick over the half-forward line. And Roberts couldn't hold us to go now for Bernie Evans. A hand pass pass coming back. Hunter goes in, couldn't get clear, and the umpire will ball it up. But that defence of Sydney now is really playing tough football.
And you've got to admire Carter once again, Lou. He was thrown onto Hunter when he had 4 goals on the board, and he still got 4.
That's right, 16 points the difference.
3, I think. I think he's kicked one of them.
That's right, one on him. Knocked out by Kernahan. I think that was Robertson who went down then pretty heavily, and the umpire will ball it up again about 30 metres out from the Carlton goal. And they're finding it hard to score goals in this quarter because the Swans have really tightened up their game. And they are a determined side. There's no doubt about that. That's Hunter over the top of the pack. Tui crashes through the pack. Can't get clear. It's finally kicked away that time by Hawke. Pushed on by Holden. The ball goes back to Solbani. Oh, great play by Neagle and shows a lot of dash. He's playing a lot of final. Over it goes now to Healy. The umpire fell over. Umpire Clayton goes down. The kick and goal. And that is through for a goal. Oh, they've got a big chance now, the Swans. A great goal to Healy. 15-14, 104. Sydney to Carlton, stopping in their tracks. 17-12, 114.
Beautiful play by Merv Neagle. On replay now, and there was Neagle just taking it away. Lovely play. And although Greg Healy puts the ball through for a goal, and if ever a goal belonged to an individual, it was Merv Neagle on that occasion.
16 kicks to Neagle and 7 marks, 9 handballs. The game has come alight at the MCG. We approach the 20-minute mark of the term, and Carlton haven't scored so far in this last quarter. Knocked down by Madden. Evans, his kick is short to half forward. Browning should get it and does, but a wild kick up towards centre field sees Silvani in possession.
Well, we've got about 10 minutes to go, Pete. There's only 10 points the difference, so they've got a big chance.
Yes, if the Swans can get the next goal, it'll be interesting. Is that a push out or a mark? It's a mark to Steve Kernahan. Tui doesn't like it. Kernahan playing on directly, finds Meldrum. And he decides to play on foolishly. Hunter gets smothered. Good play by the Swans. Hawke, that could prove costly.
Certainly could.
Now even Coleman's going for a run. Coleman from right half-back flank. Long ball to centre wing. Over the top, Dorotich. Can't take the mark. In fact, the umpire has played it to nobody. But a free kick. Albeit technical, but certainly correct. His hands full today, Dorotich.
Bad play on the part of Melbourne. Should have gone back for a kick, seeing that they were coming at him so quickly, the Swans too.
Dorotich, short of centre wing. Looks for McClure. Knocked away by Coleman. Knock on by Williams. Who's there? Bays with Evans. Silvani content to see the ball over the line. A throw-in will follow on centre wing. 20 and a half minutes have gone in a very exciting final quarter. The Swans throwing everything at the Blues to try to pull this game out of the fire. Madden and Ironmonger. Neither's had a really big show in the game today. Hawke out to Neagle. Neagle goes long. That's his 17th kick up towards half forward. Capper and Dool. Dool wins out. Loose ball on centre wing, the boundary line a little bit too close for Meldrum. It is out of bounds, throw in to follow, and what a finish to the game here.
That was good play on the part of Capper. Even though he lost the ball, Bobby still put pressure on Dool, making him go for the boundary line. 10 points the difference as we approach the 21.5-minute mark. Knocked out by Madden, back to the boundary line again. So it's out of bounds on the centre wing position on the members' side. 104 plays, 114, and the Blues have stopped to a walk. It's been a fine effort put up here by Sydney in this last quarter.
I've seen 2 great fighting efforts in 2 days, Luke.
That's right. And of course, I think Bob and I have been harping on it all day. They never give it. They don't know what the word defeat means, Sydney, as we see the ball smothered away from Bernie Evans. Coming at us by Hawke. He was grabbed too high, but the umpire says play on. Bradley gets a hurried kick back down towards the Carlton half-forward line, and the ball is out of bounds. But this has been a great game, a great exhibition of football by both sides. We've seen Carlton play some classy football, and of course the Swans really going in after them, a side full of courage and determination. Their tackling has been marvellous. Knocked out by Kernahan, pushed away by Browning, who's come to light in this last quarter, and he's played a great game in defence for them. 104 plays, 114. There we see the Tommy Hafey on the phone, and Barry Round sitting in the corner, but he's biting his nails too because this is a real thriller. Good play by Bernie Evans. Oh, there'll be a mark. That was a great mark taken there by Robertson. That was a great mark.
On replay, we watch now as Robertson blocks it in with the one hand, and Well, he's kicking from about 45 metres out directly in front.
We're just on the 23-minute mark. This could be the game that clinches it, the goal that clinches it for the Blues.
Carlton still haven't scored, though, in this quarter.
That's right. Let's see what he can do with it. There she is on its way. And that never moved a bit. Right through the middle.
That's it.
That's taken a bit of pressure off Carlton. And they're all happy about that, and I don't blame them, because the Swans have looked good. 15-14, 104 Sydney. The Carlton 18 goals, 12, 120. That's a difference of 16 points. You think they can bounce back?
Well, the way they're playing at the moment, Lou, they'll bounce back all right. Whether they can put a score on the board is yet to be seen. But it's been a great performance by the Swans. At half-time, they looked demoralised. They looked a badly beaten side, and they've shown great heart.
23 and a half minutes gone. 16 points the difference in favour of Carlton. The centre bounce. Knocked out by Eidmunger, a hefty one. Silvani taps it on, backs up well, but he got one on the back. And that'll be a free kick to Silvani's goal. No, he's got to give him a free kick, for heaven's sake.
Yes, he paid the free for in the back. To Johnston. Johnston's kick up towards half forward. Tries to find Dorotic, who marks over the top. So Carlton just steadying in the crisis. The Swans have to get 3 goals in probably 5 minutes. You can write your own ticket about them doing that. Out it comes to Bradley, who's played an excellent game today. Possibly not so much in the final term, but in the first 3 quarters he was brilliant. Meldrum stumbles over the ball, actually. Out of bounds? No. Oh, out of bounds deliberately. Free kick to the Swans, just up from the back pocket. And we'll see the free kick going to Roberts. He's gone for the hand pass. Browning. Knock on by Bays, knocked back by Harms. Bradley again. Some weight being used there. Morwood on the bottom. Out of bounds once more.
Free kick to Morwood.
They certainly go in hard, the Swans. They don't mess about. They show plenty of courage, Pete.
They certainly do. Morwood, keep dropping a little bit short. Ironmonger. He hasn't taken too many grabs today. Will be paid that one. In fact, I think you could count the marks that he and Madden have taken on one hand. Bolton. No one waiting behind for the Swans. 3 Carlton players are there. Finally, it's Murphy putting a little bit of pressure on Dool. And it will be a bounce, I think. Looks like a tag team wrestle down there. 104 players, 120, so 16 points the difference. The Swans have had a lot of play in the final term, but they've kicked only 3 goals.
With the time on period by about 30 seconds, Pete.
3 goals, 6 they've booted this quarter. Harms, English. Not a good kick by English, and so there's still the chances there. Robertson thumps the ball out of bounds, and so a boundary throw in to follow. Robertson, of course, kicked Carlton's only score in this quarter at the 22-minute mark, and that was a goal that took the pressure right off the Carlton side. Boundary throw in, Ironmonger and Madden again. Knocked down to Williams, who runs into plenty of problems. Evans dispossessed. Dorotic, short kick out of danger.
Now it's back there towards the wing position. A good mark for Kerner.
Free kick.
Now it'll be a free kick against him. It'll go back to the Swans, so they've got a chance to go back into attack. But I think time will beat them. We're just over the 26-minute mark. Oh, I think it might have been a bit timid, that free kick, just the same. So it's Tui going for the long one. Down there towards Kappa, but he hasn't got much. That's Morwood going up. Oh, beautifully picked up by Wright. A snap at goal, but he's kicked it out of bounds on the full. So they've missed a few chances down there in this quarter. The difference still 16 points in favour of Carlton. 104 plays, 120, as we see Harms pick the ball up, run across goals. No one chasing out. He's clear, goes for a short pass, looking for Reece Jones. One on his tail is Kappa. And, he threw to the fence there too. He might get a free kick against him. Yes, he's paying the free kick. Reece Jones not too happy about that. I think he might have scraped his elbow on that sign there.
What happens when you come from the same area?
Yeah, 2 mates. Well, kick back there towards the wing position now. Madden in front, couldn't hold the mark. He's dropped a few today. McClure gets a hurried kick back towards Williams. Roberts anticipated the bounce, but he goes down pretty quickly as it's picked up now by Healy over the Williams, put him under all the pressure about the place, had no hope of getting clear, and the umpire will ball it up out there on the centre wing position. 27 and a half minutes gone. 15-14, 104 Sydney to Carlton, 18-12, 120, 16 points the difference still. And it's been a top game here today. Well, we've seen two good games in the start of the finals for 86. There's no doubt about that as the ball goes back to Carlton's half-forward line. Going after this Dewey. It beats him, so it'll be a throw-in from that half-forward line from Carlton, about 65 metres around from their goal. Good crowd here today of 66,000 people. They've enjoyed every moment. It's been a top-class final. Ball back into play again. Knocked out by Kernahan. Browning's collared. Coleman taps the ball on. There's the siren to win the game, and Carlton have won.